Don't talk about what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
None.
So, I would like to get this out of the way now. There will be swearing on this stream. Cunt.
I'll say it a lot. Actually, I'll say it quite a bit.
That's an icebreaker.
That's cunt. Cunt. Cunty cunt. I'll say it a lot.
I'm not allowed to say that word.
You're not allowed to say that word. Sorry, Ward.
So, hi. How's everybody doing?
Oh, I'm swell.
I'm swole.
Well,
Hey, you know, I'm working on it. I'm getting there. You know,
It's not bad. It's not bad.
so welcome to, we've dubbed it the Horrors of Vryn after 2 weeks of yelling at each other that we need a campaign name.
I had nothing to do with this campaign name. Who came up with it?
We did. Executive decision.
Yeah, we did. We just needed something, and so we did.
Eventually, yeah.
But the party name is still...
Why didn't this one come up with the name?
Because he's in Utah and doesn't give a shit.
What is
Right?
he doing? What's there to do in Utah? No offense to anyone in Utah.
Hi, Utah.
So yes, hi Mads, hi Lake. Oh, Lake already left. Hi Crab. So yes, our DM is on
Dead.
vacation.
Dead.
If that too.
He's probably dead.
He's in chat.
I don't know that that's him. Have we verified the user? What's your
So
PIN
we
number?
need a picture for behind the DM screen
Yep.
of him. We just need...
You mean a eulogy? Because he's clearly dead.
He's clearly dead. Yeah, no, rip.
So
Rip.
instead of waiting, because I couldn't, we decided to do a meet the party type stream. The DM went poof already,
He did.
Zero.
He's gone.
A meet the party, because this game we weren't originally planning on streaming it.
Nope.
And then decided it was too funny not to. So
We're doing this for you. I
This
promise.
isn't about us.
This
No.
isn't
yes,
about us. This
absolutely normal for any channel referencing bards.
Fair. That's a fair.
Yeah.
fair
So we figured we'd catch you up on what happened already, introduce you to the party, and just answer some general questions and or bullshit for a couple hours, because we like to talk about D&D.
Hell yeah.
So I should probably have my notes pulled up. from all
Notes?
of the
Notes are for
sessions.
nerds?
Yeah, I am one. Hello.
Oh,
Hi.
God.
Nice
Wow,
to meet you.
that's my hair.
Nerd.
Hold on.
I got some nerd on me.
Oh. Don't mind my hair for a minute.
Oh,
She
whatever.
really does have small.
There we go.
Like
Our brick near the placemats. This is a phone.
That's my phone. Boom.
What?
Yeah, this. We're talking about power?
Maybe or
Or is he talking about the microphone that's in the?
yeah.
Oh.
That's a microphone.
I don't know.
This right here.
This thing?
Hi,
This
Muffin.
is a bag.
Smoking muffin made it. Right.
And then...
It's a bag. Thanks for telling
That's a
everybody.
bag.
Thanks for insulting
This is a
everybody
placement.
watching.
I think
This
he
is a
needs the
bag.
mic.
Hey guys, this is a bag. Enjoy. You put things in it. Yeah, that's not
Yeah, no,
cool.
that's fine.
So let me know how the sound is. I think it's spiking a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I think your
I'm
face
laughing.
is spiking a little.
Fix it. Stop.
How is that even a thing?
Heather and I
It is
flirt.
now.
Heather
is
and I
now.
flirt a
Your
lot.
face is spiking. You want to fix it? Bound to go wow wow?
Yes. No, it's precisely what happened.
Yeah.
This is precisely what
Damn
happens.
it, Liz.
True to form.
This is actually...
I flirt with everybody.
True to form, we sit here and try to get something done.
No.
No, nothing actually gets done.
A bag of future loots, I think it was. You better not let Dota Underlords make you miss this muffin.
Muffin, I'm so glad you are here.
I
It
know,
must be
right?
like 2 a.m. or later.
Yes. Right abouts, I think. Muffin, we love you. Thank you. Cheers. I have merch. I'm
Yeah.
drinking out of my own face.
Merch.
And I'm on Heather's boobs.
Yeah, she is.
Damn it, Liz.
Do you prefer... So I know Heather, everybody is going to know Heather's name.
Oh, I don't care if people know my name.
You don't care?
I do
Okay,
not
cool.
care.
I flirt with everybody. LizTheBard 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically
And
that's
2018
accurate.
and 2017.
Yeah, no, she's just a mini me we've determined, and I flirt with everybody, therefore she flirts with everybody, and it's fine.
And there, I know, Muffin, I'm sorry. So, because I'm streaming from my laptop, I don't have my chat bot up. Hi, Henson Plays, how you doing? I don't have my chat bot up because we're on my laptop. Mads, please just lurk while you're driving, for the love of God.
Yeah.
So,
we do not condone texting and driving.
yeah, no,
Yeah, no.
please
This
no.
channel.
Yeah, don't watch us and drive. Just listen. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay
You
to
can
listen.
We're funny as hell if you listen.
Oh, shit,
Don't
yeah.
need to look at us. Trust me. I try not to look at me anyway.
Oh, honey.
Ever.
Come on. Don't even. Do I need to pull everybody from your last stream to yell at you?
Sorry, I was just staring at your tits. What?
Let me place them on the table.
Hold on.
There you go.
I'm clearly not needed here. Hold on.
You gotta go that way.
We're really good, Henson. I've been so psyched about this stream for the last week. Please, again, let me know how sound is, because I've been agonizing over that, and I'm super excited. And yeah, so we're here to introduce you to the party. Not it.
So,
We're doing alphabetical order.
do we want to do our party introduction and then go over first session, how we all met?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Alphabetical order.
Yeah,
God damn it.
I think so.
So I am Alfyne the wizard. You'll see right below. Ready? Can I do this? This way? This way?
No.
Right there?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I still have to tell there's a delay.
Right.
Yeah,
So I
there's
can't-
a bit of a delay. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but
I'm
I
waiting
can
for
see
that
it.
still. I'm waiting for it. It'll happen eventually.
Picking up a pizza. Ooh,
Ooh,
Alright.
pizza's good.
distracting. Alfyne. I'm Alfyne the wizard. I'm in blue down below. That is my familiar Tau on my arm. And I am a little too serious in life, but I've been learning how to kind of chill a little more after I've met these idiots. I say it in the best way, loveliest way. So she's kind of learning to.
It's amazing that you can be more than one at once. Not talking about me.
Kind of chilling out a little bit.
My ass.
And the prompt we got when we were creating the characters is have a reason they're on a boat. Do you guys remember that way back?
Yeah, except I didn't actually create that. I was just like, yeah, I'm just fucking there.
Don't do your.
Yeah,
So yeah, she mostly hung out below decks on her hammock, and we'll talk more about that in the session 1 recap. But yeah, I'm Alfyne.
She's a wizard.
A wizard.
Eh.
Just a wizard.
Cool.
Don't worry about it.
Nothing else.
Also, if you want to take a look at our character sheets, that way. There is the D&D Beyond overlay over there. You can actually take a look at our character sheets in real time. So as we actually start playing, and like health bars and status effects and all that will show up on that bar. So that's really cool, and I'm super excited about that.
Oh yeah, there's
The
gonna be plenty
fat
of semen
loads.
jokes.
Insert crude semen joke here.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, every time I look down, it's because I'm looking at the chat. You know, I'm just saying hi to you guys.
If you were a witch, what would your familiar be? An owl.
No, that's exactly what it
actually
is.
what's happening.
Like
Yeah.
that's what she's a witch, and her familiars now. Like yeah. All right, is it
Yeah.
Well, if it's alphabetical order.
All right. So, I mean, I'll kind of introduce myself on a couple of my streams, but first of all, I'm Heather. I'll play Osmos. My name's Osmos Straya. I'm a paladin of Thor. I rolled age about 27. I'm purple, magenta really, and you don't have to call me Osmos. You can just call me Oz Straya because that's a joke, and I've said it too many times now, and I actually kind of hate it now, a little bit. No, I don't. I love it. Anyway, my paladin is total chipper goofball most of the time.
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that. But he would love to have hung out on the hammocks down below deck, but they were made out of net, and his horns kept getting caught, so he had to lay with his head off of them, which was always a fun thing.
That drawing was great.
It was really good. Session 1. You know, I'll just tend to draw while playing. It's fun.
All the art
It's
for
valid.
the stream is done by Heather, and she has some wonderful pricing up on her website. You should go check out her website and her streams, because she streams a whole lot more than I do, actually.
It's like almost daily.
Yep. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say Alfyne's in her 50s.
Yeah, but she's a hottie.
There's a reason the party name is Slam Peace Defense Force.
I have dubbed her a slam piece.
Yeah, he is. But he's not wrong. Oz wants that. I mean, we'll get there. What?
Ward, yeah. My name's Justin. I play a druid who's an urchin named Ward. Orphan child, doesn't really know much about his whole shtick. These two don't know anything about his shtick. I don't know how to describe Ward. How would you describe Ward? I mean, idiot was unfair.
It was unfair.
It was
Fair.
very.
So, all right, hold on.
I don't know. So Ward isn't. Listen,
describe him?
he's very young. He's 20. Ward is 20, and he's very immature because he kind of grew up mostly on his own when he wasn't in a cult.
He's an odd kid with good intentions. Is kind of how
there we go. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Some good intentions, I'll say.
Yeah, he has some good intentions. A little prankster, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that guy going?
Yeah, fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. We'll get there.
Yeah, Ward is, he's the comic relief. Between Serious Fallen Angel and Holy on the Rise Paladin Tiefling. Come on. You've got wings in your picture. In the art, you have wings.
That's not an art we've used.
You had it up on the thing.
On her.
You know what? Spoiler.
It's not really that much of a spoiler.
Listen, it was in the recap. I'm sure it's in the recap.
It's gonna be in the recap. You guys will get there. It's fine.
Also, another trait of Ward. He just says shit. He just says shit.
He does.
I was in
character. Fucking
oh
shit.
My God, I love it.
He does.
But I mean, more of that later, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that too.
Love it. It is hilarity.
I should be hosting. Yes. See, I like it. I should be hosting with a C for effort. I don't know how they correlate. It's like you should be hosting, but you're not good at it.
On Twitch, I think he means.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure.
Oh no, you mean like there's an auto host.
Yeah, I've streamed twice.
You can still set us to auto host. So
I could. I don't know who's going to go to my stream. Is the thing.
It's fine.
Who's
it's fine. We'll fix it later. Fix it later. I know where your computer is.
Right here. Right there. Just right here.
Hey, I'm hosting. I got you.
So, session 1.
Session 1. Oh, shit. Well, we're on a boat.
Oh, also, sorry. Time for Crab is our DM who is
dead.
Gone.
He's roasting
on vacation and does not have enough. He was supposed to be here, but he does not have enough service to be here.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Probably.
Listen, if he were alive, he'd be here.
He's messaging us.
I don't know that that's him. It could be anybody.
You're sorry for us? Why are you sorry for us, Muffin?
Probably for having to deal with it. It's probably that.
His sass is already delightful.
Yeah, Crab is...
oh, just wait, Zero.
It gets really bad. Ward likes to pull shit on Oz because he thinks that he can get away with it, which usually he does. So, that's fine. It's fine. And then there's usually, you know that Marsha thing?
No.
Yeah, no, it's Ward.
It's Ward the All-Powerful.
No, it's not.
Edith
It's really
the Brown.
not. It's, well, that, yes.
We'll
yeah,
get there.
no, that's bad. Anyway, so session 1. Alright, how do we want to do this?
No. You have the better memory than all of us.
Oh, shit, alright.
So, I will interject with funny things from my
You've
notes.
got outline
Oz doesn't
notes.
have... Oz can't be mad at him. Oz just wants to... Oz just wants to see the kid
Justin,
be
if
okay.
you were a wizard, what would your familiar be?
A flying snake. It's in the... Okay, first of all, it's in the book.
You know that's a tiny
It's
creature,
in the
right?
Fucking get it. How you doing?
I'll sit in silence, goddammit.
Good. Alright.
I'll do it.
Alright, see...
Not
Please
on
finish what
if
you're
you,
saying.
if you put coffee on your keyboard, I wasn't saying anything. My familiar would be a flying snake. It's actually in the player handbook. Someone tell these dudes in the player handbook or the.
I know, I've used them before. That's
You know,
why
it's a
I
tiny
know it was
creature.
a tiny creature.
Baby Knuckle would be his name.
Like Seymour the Raven.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
jumping ahead. His
Fucking
name would be
Jesus.
Baby Knuckle.
Oh, sweet fucking Jesus.
Alright,
Oh,
session
help me.
1.
Session 1.
Session
Alright.
1 on the SS Fuck Off.
Yeah, actually, I wrote that
First of all,
too.
I think you enunciated it was
Fuck
fook.
off.
It was
So,
more of a
alright.
fook off.
Yeah, no.
Oi.
I wrote from cough. This is Oz's journal, by the way. He's got a diary. This is actually his diary. This is what it looks like.
Hey Oz, if you were a wizard, what would your familiar be? Because I'm going to jump ahead of that one real quick.
Shit.
Shit would be your familiar. That's weird.
Go fuck
That
yourself.
would be a little... no! Just kind of sit on your shoulder.
The second time I've knocked something off my front teeth today.
Yeah, kind of like the idea
you're
of
doing
a bat.
it wrong, man.
I kind of like the idea of bat because they're like little flying puppies.
A bat. Oh, I know.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Bat?
Yeah, bats
I
are
love
cute.
every
Bats
time
are
I see
cute.
that video of the bat eating a watermelon
Yeah,
on Facebook. I'm like,
Of all the things in the world that are cute, puppies, kittens,
Bats.
40% of babies.
Bats.
No.
You say, yeah.
no.
Bats are cute.
Yeah, bats are cute.
No. That number's too high.
Oh,
Babies
40%
are gross.
40%.
Yeah, they shit themselves a
And they
lot.
look like. Ugh. Anyways.
Anyway, so session one.
Apologies to everyone who's watching
Hello,
as a baby.
everyone. We're trying very hard to stay on track. Let's try to keep this on track then.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So session one. We're on a boat. We're up. It's a big boat. Well, relatively big. It's got. Let's see here. I wrote down how many people were on it. So we've got primarily there was a captain and
Captain Dwarf Ahab.
yes, Captain Ahab. Because
Crab can't speak.
and then we run with it, and he hates us for it, and he spits out his drink, and it's a good time.
You shouldn't speak ill of a dead.
So, yeah, there was one half-elf, though. There was mostly humans, but one half-elf.
Oh yeah, he was kind of pretty. I remember that.
No, the half-elf had mousy hair. I remember
Oh
that.
yeah. The half elf was younger. That's right.
Yeah, the half-elf was a little younger.
You can love babies, Mad. Just
don't
when they're
yeet
first...
them.
No, don't eat.
Don't
What?
eat them, and
Do you
don't
guys
eat them.
like
I didn't-
Yu-Gi-Oh?
I didn't
No.
sign it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi out of here with that.
Yeah, no. That was a stretch,
was-
and that
yeah.
hurt me. That hurt me a little
I
bit.
know.
I took some psychic
I
damage.
pulled a muscle.
Hold
for that one.
on.
So the crew was mostly
I
older
took one
human
psychic
men.
damage.
There was one younger half elf.
And so we had some passengers too, besides us. You know, you had Alfyne, you had Ward, you had Osmos, and you had Stilby. He
The
was a really
racist
grumpy.
ass dwarf.
Oh yeah, he was racist as fuck.
And
Right.
Alfyne got pissed about it
And tripped him. Oh yeah, she did. It was really good.
Oh
feel like-
no! I cast light on the beard in his beard.
No, that was
On the
after.
beat. Oh yeah.
That was after.
Mhm.
I feel like
Yes.
we're losing linear thought.
Yes.
Yup.
So, alright. So, as it starts off, we're on this boat, and we're all hanging around, and Storm is going to start up on the boat. We're kind of getting our bearings on the boat anyway. But that was a little bit, Stilby was a little bit racist. He was a dwarf, he was super racist, and we were all kind of trying to figure out where we were, the boat, everything like that. And I was just being really, really nice to him. And Alfyne got pissed off at him being racist and tripped him, and it was great.
Mhm.
So then I went above deck, because why the hell not? And then there was a big storm coming in. So the captain tried to convince Ward to wear a life vest, because he's not really convinced that Ward could swim. And so we helped him with that, so Ward got a life vest. And then we all went down to below. Yeah, we convinced him that it was really important people get these. Really important people. Only really important people get these. So we went below deck. Big old storm kicked up. I tried to do a religion check. I failed at it. You'll find that I do that a lot. As a paladin, I rolled a lot of ones. But then there was another passenger too, but we'll get to that too. The storm kicked up, it was tossing the boat, and all of a sudden it just stopped, right? And all that was left that we noticed was Alfyne, Ward, myself, and 2 passengers.
And
Yeah,
a shit ton of furniture.
and a shit ton of furniture, but we found that out later. Well, not really, it's a big deal, but the Stilby, the really racist dwarf, and Famil, the really quiet. Well, at the time we didn't know if he was a guy or a girl. Kind of a little
Androgynous.
androgynous, but you know, it's fine.
And
Some
very
people are into
pretty.
that. Fine. So yeah, we tried to figure out what was going on. We couldn't. The seas were completely calm. So Stilby luckily knew how to work a boat. He taught me. The 2 of us got us to where we thought our destination was supposed to be. Well, it wasn't our destination. Get to the docks, and the people there looked kinda haggard.
Then I looked green.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did say he looked green, and we thought they were talking literally. And then I walked up, and they're like, "Oh shit, you're purple." I was like, well, shit, yeah, I'm purple. And then Alfyne walked up and she was like, what color do you think I am?
And then they got mad.
Because
they're like, you look like a fucking person. You just look sick. I'm like, oh, I thought you...
I thought you meant literally
Slang
green.
changes under location.
Anyway, the pretty one, Emil, he left.
Wardisms.
He just kind of left. He was just like, yeah, if it's my time to die, it's my time to die, and just kind of fucking took off.
We were
Like
also
a fucking
fully
idiot.
convinced that he was the big bad evil guy at that point.
Yeah, we were. He's still hot, so,
Yeah.
you know, I still wondered about him. I mean, we'll get there.
You ate his
We'll get
berries.
You did eat
I mean, not like that. Not like that.
You're like, gobble, gobble, gobble. Your berries
So I
are
was-
everything
I
I need
was-
for a day.
I was working really hard and trying to get this boat from
Yeah,
one
you
place to
were.
another. And so I went to go to sleep, and he was like, hey, you should eat this. And he had a good berry. Alright, so I ate the fucking good berry.
How good was it?
And I have not
Was
lived
it
down
salty?
eating Famil's berries.
Was it
Oh,
like
it gets better.
was it a
It
You've
gets better.
gusher?
eaten more.
Was
Yeah,
it
yeah, we'll get there!
was it salty? Was it like a gusher where you bit into it and it went? What I mean,
Alright, so, in the time that it took us to get there, I kinda, the dwarf stopped being racist towards me, because he
'Cause it's
realized that
hard
it was very hard. It took one session for the DM to give up trying to be racist against my tiefling. One. It was amazing. Literally, I'm sitting there and I was just being chipper, and I was like, "Oh, it's all right. He can be angry if he wants. That's fine." And and Crab turns and says, "I can't do it. I just can't be racist against this." I was so proud. I've never been more proud in a D&D moment in my life, and I've done some stupid shit in my years of playing D&D. Either way, so we get to port, and we were in this like shithole of a place. It turns out the place is completely bombarded by whores at night, and not whores, horrors with an R, right?
we don't know that the two are mutually.
No, there's whores there too. There's an escort place.
I know, but we
But,
don't
yeah.
know that the hordes of skeletons aren't also whores.
Oh, that's disgusting.
We have listen. We don't have
You
enough
don't want to
evidence.
bone a bone? That sounds painful.
We don't have enough. We don't have enough evidence to say they're exclusive. Just
So,
saying.
so the first night, everybody tells us, we go and we find a map of this place, and we find out that it looks nothing like our homeland. So we batten down into the ship with Stilby, who's freaking out, rightfully so. And in that night, we hear a scream. And come out, and it turns out that the blacksmith wife got huddled. She got ripped to shreds.
What's that setting on
Oh yeah,
a pulsified?
yeah, no,
Is that
worse
the
than
one?
pulse. So basically, we ended that session with you should absolutely get a second set of dice, Muffin. I've got like 30. Also, this is all dice. Oh, Crab. Yeah, he is. So, alright, well, yeah, we ended that session with, learning that the blacksmith's wife was turned into a puddle.
Yeah, Badger Crab unfortunately is on vacation, which is why we're doing this little catch-up session.
We don't know.
He's
that.
dead, apparently.
He's dead.
He's dead. He's actually
in
dead in
chat,
the middle
but
of...
he's dead.
No,
We
no,
don't
this is
know
his
it's
ghost.
him.
This is his
He
ghost.
hasn't given his PIN number. I
You know
don't
what?
have an email address.
I'm not even mad. Because we'll get there. We'll get why I'm not even mad. You know why I'm mad.
Crab is dead.
Dead to me.
So yes, so that's why we're doing this catch-up stream while he's gone. So when he's back, we can just jump right into the campaign.
Yeah, otherwise we'd be playing right now.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
reason we're not playing D&D is because
because
Crab
he's
is
gone.
dead.
He left us.
Crab
he left
is
us.
dead.
He abandoned me. Crab
Yeah.
is pretty good. So yeah, anyways.
Need you to be more present.
So,
Yeah, well,
I mean,
you know what? That's fine. We get to talk smack about it.
So after the pool puddle people
Yeah, yeah.
of faith,
Yeah, her name was Faith, by the way. Blacksmith name was Israel.
or
Wife's name was Faith.
Ishmael,
Ishmael.
it was up
yeah.
in the air for a
Yeah,
while.
he couldn't get that right. That's alright, because I couldn't get Penny's name right. I
Right.
kept calling her Patty.
Penny with one eye, but she had two.
Yeah, that. I actually wrote it right in my diary, by the way. I hope you're proud. I second guessed myself like 30 times. But yeah, so we had to try to figure out what happened with that. Turns out that in this world, magic is not a commonly used thing. Most people don't. Well, at least not in this town. In this town, nobody really knows much about magic. We don't really... Us using magic was surprising, right? Something about talking smack. Yes. Yeah, us using magic was quite a surprise for a lot of people. And us killing skeletons the following night was also a surprise.
I killed a lot of them then.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't say we.
Ward likes to so
Quote of the night. We'll get there.
we'll get there. So anyway, we tried to figure out what's going on with the skellies.
You were never allowed to say your Australian accent is bad again.
What?
Ever.
Oh shit. I'm gonna learn how to talk in an Australian accent. Yeah, probably. I practice a lot. I listen to a lot of Australian videos.
She gets stuck, it's great.
I get stuck in it. It's fine. Tonight, I'm actually having a bit of a hard time staying in it. It keeps going a little Scottish.
Repeat after me. I.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck
I.
yourself.
I'm Oz.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm from down under.
No, that's not how I sound.
Something
That's
about
not
a
how I sound.
crocodile.
That's not how I sound. That's not how I sound.
I know.
I'm not. It's not how I sound. It's not even remotely how I sound.
That's exactly. We'll put up a quick poll.
Yeah.
Hey, quick pull.
Quick ball. Ah, yeah.
Nope, we already passed
No,
that.
we didn't.
There's
No,
no
that's
rewind
where we're
button.
going
No,
back.
no,
no
we are
rewind.
going back. I can't believe I skipped that. I am so sorry that I skipped that. So on the boat, you can do that all you want. It's not going to work. So, on the boat, when the big storm happened,
Don't make me make this sound.
doesn't matter.
Oh, beep.
Oh shit! No! Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do it! No! I mean, no! They're gonna be like, man, she sounds like shit.
She sounds like someone
She
trying
sounds
to
like
do
somebody
it.
trying. Yeah, you can't.
It's coons.
No, it's can't.
You're
You
fine.
can't what?
What? Go fuck yourself. No, they're gonna be like, yeah, no, this.
Oh!
Oh, so close. Anyway.
I saw her sipping out of the corner of the
Shit.
eye. I was
Shit.
going for it.
Alright, well, I could use more practice. Give me a couple sessions before you do that, alright? So, yeah, during the boat incident, turns out
Nobody wants to hear about this.
no, everybody wants to hear about
Nope.
that. I don't know how I missed that. It's my fault. It's my fault. Nobody stopped me, too. Nobody
Yeah.
stopped me. I'm the fucking charisma character. Nobody stops me. So,
Don't do it, Oz.
so apparently Ward shit himself.
Kind of a bitch thing to do, don't
No,
you
it's
think?
no, because it's a running joke, and this is the reason why he's Yidis the Brown.
I did dub myself. That.
You did. You
I didn't
fucking
realize
did it to
until your
yourself.
Twitter came out. I go, oh shit, I said that.
So, let's see here. So Ward kind of shit himself a little bit. Just a little bit.
It was like a surprise little nugget.
He still shit himself, right?
It was a.
And
was
so
like
after everything went through,
the size of 4
when
peas.
it was just the group of us on the ship, he went around to everybody on the ship
Specifically.
who's remaining, and he said, quick Paul, when the scary happened. Oh, hold on, let me do it.
You're not doing my accent right.
Yeah. Quick Paul,
No, bring
when-
it back. A little
when-
more reserved.
when the scary
Imagine
happened,
you were abandoned as a child. Use that as your motivation.
did you shit yourself? And of course, everyone says, oh.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so
I
this has
definitely
become a
have.
running joke to the point where he has a tally.
I definitely have people shit themselves. I think the DM was 3 of these.
Yeah, the DM was 3 of these on different streams.
I mean, thoughts and prayers. I think the DM.
Okay, hold on. No, I want to correct this. You have 5 and then a cross through. That is not how you do tallies, mate. That is not how
Well,
tallies
to be
work.
fair, it was a half of one, and then I was like, oh shit, I gotta put the half there.
Then you added another one.
Well, it was already too late. So now,
He has 5 and then a cross through.
listen,
That's
in this
not how you
world,
tally.
my tallies are obviously in sets of 6. That's just how it has to be now.
I know, because the other ones are right.
Anyways.
Anyway,
Quick
anyway,
poll.
quick poll. Quick poll.
The literal pull.
It is a literal poll. He takes us a lot.
I mean,
He takes us poll anytime something scary happens. Well, he goes around to everybody around. He stopped asking us, thanks
You
for
know, we
fucking
haven't
gods.
asked chat.
Oh, yeah. Let's face it, you never learned to count. That's actually probably true. This boy was raised in the sewer.
That's why.
I definitely have this many fingers.
So you should know, you know. 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
One. Don't touch me with that. I don't know what that's meant. I don't know what that's meant. Actually, I probably know what that's meant. It's Ward.
The sewer.
Yeah.
Your mom's place.
Bitch place.
Which one?
Hey! Hey! Oi! Oi!
Oi!
Oh, yeah, I guess a little bit that's come out about some of the characters. Ward was raised in a sewer. Alfyne, well, we don't know, we just know that she's hot. And Oz has 2 mums.
Yeah, not a lot has come out about Alfyne yet.
No, yeah, she's a slam piece. Yeah, she's absolutely a slam piece.
I absolutely have the halfling version of fingers. My hands is tiny.
Okay, yeah, hold on.
Tiny
I'll go
hands.
man hands.
Anyways.
I'll manhandle that.
Are you saying mayonnaise?
No. Man
Because those are
hands.
fingers.
So anyways.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
We also learned
Maybe.
the 12 gods that are worshipped in our land are worshipped here, but they look different. All the same names.
Except for
Except for 2.
they're the ones in the in-between. See, we're paying attention, right? Look here, Crab. Look here, if you're still alive.
Crab is dead.
Yeah, if you're still alive.
There
look
is
here.
no more time for
We're
Crab.
paying attention. Right? You see?
The
You
timer
see here?
has run out. Lots of pressure.
Yeah, there's 12 gods, plus there's some, minor deities. I follow Thor. He's not one of the 12 gods, but he's under the nature
gods.
domain, right? So he's not one of the main. It's kind of like the, think of it like Skyrim, right? In Skyrim, there's divines, and then there's, like, the Daedras. So, you can worship the Daedra princes if you wanted to. Everything's Skyrim.
Everything's Skyrim.
'Cause I
Everything
fucking
is
love
Skyrim. Is it in the frame? It is. Everything is Skyrim.
Oh, yeah. Is it? Oh, shit, it is.
I
Even my
painted
book.
these.
No, you didn't.
I painted all of these.
I painted those.
Um,
My art's all over this fucking place. Sorry.
Oh my
That's
god.
my art too. I did it. I did that.
Now
I
I'm gonna have
made
to
this.
keep track of how many F-bombs you drop.
Yeah, I drop a lot of them.
so
Go fuck
anyways,
yourself.
we also figure out in this session that we are in a different land and they have no idea where the fuck we're from.
But in this session we did figure that one out.
3 bombs.
Yeah.
What? Oh, Crab is sweat. From the grave.
From the grave. Yeah. Rip.
He's grave flexing.
Rip.
Ban her.
Ban me? Why? Because
Nah.
I'm ripped. Is it ripped?
Yeah. Can't do it.
And I need to start working out more. There's a little too much jiggle.
Anything else from session 1?
No, I think we pretty much covered session 1. There was the shitting, and then there was
Nope.
Shitting.
First of all, it is referred to as the poopening, and it was about 4 pea-sized nuggets. They were like little rabbit.
Oh, he keeps changing it every time, by the
It
way.
was just
He
a
said
little
he
bit.
was just like a little turtle head, and then he said it was
Little
like
turtle
four pea-sized
head.
nuggets.
It's about like
No. Then he said he was one little nugget, and then he said 4 pea-size. He keeps changing, so it leads me to
those
believe
are all about the
that
same
they all
size.
kind of just...
All of those things are relatively the same
And then the
size.
first time he said he shot it a little bit, so it was
Yeah.
wet.
It wasn't like a... You know what? Nobody wants... People are vomiting at home. No one knows what's going on.
Session 2.
Session 2. All right.
Here, I'll take session 2. So, Blacksmith's name is Israel. Puddle Wife Faith. She was a teacher. Do I know how to publish a game?
Specifically in session 2,
No.
was not... Session 2.
It was Ishmael.
In session 2, he was Ishmael.
Right.
We found out there was... Because we ended the session with finding people Puddle Faith.
Correct. We found a people puddle, and we made some dirty jokes. Well, we didn't. We did.
Yeah.
But the characters didn't. Oz is very respectful of the DM.
So there was a young man in the crowd who also seemed extremely upset, but wasn't in the middle of things.
So I pissed him off.
So you pissed him off. He was seriously
Oh,
upset. We went to
oh.
go try to talk to him, and he spitters or quitters.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Come on. Oh, it's coming out. Sorry. Sorry. Not sorry. Well,
anyways, so he runs off. Well,
don't look at Heather.
So collects himself, or he runs off.
Well, he wasn't gonna collect Faith.
You
She was a
collected.
puddle.
No, we ended up helping collect Faith.
Well, no. Oh yeah, I guess we did. We kind of grabbed that
So
puddle.
his name is Julius, and he runs off. We end up helping clean up Faith. And Alfyne finds her bag and goes through it and finds a spell book, which is weird because magic isn't a thing here. So she tucks it into her bag for later. There was also some jewelry in the bag.
Bling bling.
Yep.
Bling, bling.
So we ended up going back to the blacksmiths for the funeral. Oz ends up helping build the pyre because, unfortunately, with all of the horrors that are happening, they can't bury the bodies. They have to be burned. Nobody shows up to the funeral except us.
It's pretty lucky.
Yep. Turns out Julius is in pretty much all of the family photos in this house.
He should have been there, but I kind of pissed him off, so, that's the thing.
So he ran.
He did her dirt.
We end up going to visit Julius after the
We
funeral.
thought they were doing this.
Yeah. So we end up going to visit Julius to kind of try and find out what happened.
What?
Turns out Faith was sneaking out at night, but not for what we thought it was. Turns out she knew magic. She was practicing magic. Her spellbook had comprehend language, sleep, and a scroll for good and evil, protection from good and evil. She was teaching Julius magic.
Well, she was trying to learn it. He was trying to learn it.
Yeah. That's what we're doing.
That's the whole point of session 1.
Whoa!
Hey, we're supposed to be giving spoilers right here.
Yeah.
Because we can't give any spoilers that we don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I can.
So, it turns out the night that she died, she had been to his house. They were actually going out to try and kill the horrors because that's where they were finding the magic, scrolls and things like that. So she had been out with him that night, and then on her return trip home was when she was killed. So we end up, collecting ourselves the rest of the day. I don't think we visited the potionsmith yet.
No, we hadn't. Not even close to that.
So we end up going back to the inn to sleep. And in the middle of the night, the door ends up, somebody's banging on the door like crazy. And it ended up being Julius.
And I'm dumb, I just let him in.
Because he was a dumb fuck and decided to go out anyways.
Yeah.
The next note I have is, fun fact, skeletons hatch.
Yes, we'll get there.
Okay.
So one of the things we find out about the skeletons breaking into the town, apparently there was wards put up. Don't say a thing. Apparently there was a sort of
posters of ward, usually in risque
ritual
poses.
done around the town. So as long as nobody left the houses at night, skeletons were not supposed to get in, right? According to the clergy, because we'd gone and visited the church the previous day. They had said that if no one leaves the houses, no one. Well, I kind of went and asked why they weren't doing the burial rites. They said, well, they shouldn't have left the house in the first place. Because all this work to try to make it so that, no one gets killed. Well, they left the house, they get killed. Their problem. And I thought that was bullshit. But the so I guess when Julius went out, that's what triggered, theoretically, that's what triggered more skellies. But yes, then back to skeletons hatch.
So skeletons hatch is what we figured through our tangential conversations.
What is unique?
So a squad of skeletons start attacking the inn, and there's one skeleton that is on skeletal horseback that's kind of leading them. Oh yeah. So we end up finding out that silver works better on them. You smashed it, but I think the final kill went to Ward, who in wolf form jumped through its face.
Thank you.
Fucking
autographs later.
And Oz ended up with some plate armor from that.
I like level 2. Oh, fucking level 2 plate armor.
Yeah.
So good. Except it's not so good because now the DM scales everything up to hit.
So we get guaranteed hits.
So they get guaranteed
You don't. I do.
Yeah, because
yeah, we don't let anything hit.
There's a reason the party's called Slam Peace Defense Force.
Yeah.
They keep shit off me.
That's the whole point.
So we end up finding out.
Literal shit?
That too.
That seems like
Yeah. So.
spoilers.
Hold on, let me get my bonnet out.
I'm not throwing stuff at
So we find out that, through asking and talking and things like that, this isn't the only town, which, by the way, the town we're in is called Gavany. This isn't the only town that's getting attacked. All the other towns and cities nearby are also experiencing attacks. Nephalia and Kessig are bigger cities that have more knowledge, because Alfyne's been asking about knowledge, that are close by a couple days' travel. And yeah, we figure that all towns are experiencing attacks, and we end the session at the end of that battle.
Yep. And we leveled up again because we killed a bunch of skellies. We tend to do that. We tend to kill a bunch of skellies and get a level.
Yeah, the way Crab DMs, because I've played in a lot of his games, he kind of boosts you through the first few levels and then lets you hang out around level 5 or 6 for a while, which is where we are right now.
He used to do.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers.
Session 3. Ward?
Which one was session 3?
The potion.
Yeah, I think that's
Because
when
if
we
you
met
want
Abaddon.
Ward to like recap things,
Would you like my notes?
I think it's when we met Abaddon.
Well, so
went to go.
after this, we cleaned up the skeleton boat.
Oh, that's right. We did the skeleton boats. You got to do the skeleton boats. That's him.
Yep.
That's all him. Oh no, it's not. Because I got to interject one thing because I know he's going to tell something wrong. Go ahead.
I think that's
Yeah, go ahead.
So cleaning up the skeleton bones, Ward.
Yeah.
we cleaned up the skeleton bones. So Ward wasn't really happy with doing that. But apparently their process for cleaning up the skeletons was to bring them aboard a boat or ship. Wasn't.
This is where Oz had to remind you that you couldn't make jewelry out of the bones.
Well, out of people bones.
People bones.
Can't make jewelry out of people. But they were skeletons. Anyway, that's when we figured out that skeletons hatch from people, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But so we took a little boat ride, and we were chucking bones in, and Ward wasn't having it. So he grabbed a large bone and really yelled "yeet" as he chucked it overboard, and thus began the process of the yeeting.
Sort of.
Don't.
Okay.
So what happens is Ward convinces the rest of the crew that this is a religious thing, and everyone starts taking bones and yeeting them off the ship. Now,
Yes.
Oz being a terrible paladin and having no connection to Thor whatsoever, really needs this moment. Now, what did you do during the yeeting?
Alright, festival.
Because I think you were what we call
Festival.
like stick in the mud, as was
Festival.
Alfyne.
Festival.
Everyone's yeeting and having
Festival.
a good time. We could have had a picnic
They
going.
don't believe that it's a religious ceremony, but
Yeah,
he
they
did
do.
kind of
It
phrase
makes
it.
them feel better.
It's
It
a
did make
yeeting.
them feel better.
They call
Right,
it the yeeting, and they do it
didn't.
every time now.
They did not.
That's all they do.
don't. They don't.
Little
Ward
kids are
likes
like,
to
"Mommy,
embellish
mommy,
things a
can
little
we
bit.
go on the yeeting today?" They
Yeah.
go, "Sure, little Jimmy, we can go yeet some bones." And that happens every Sunday.
So he keeps trying to hand me bones and say, "Just eat this," and I say, "No, I don't really. I already feel weird about throwing, human remains off to sea. Just doing it unceremoniously." And he's like, "No, just do it." I'm like, "Fine, eat." And he's like, "No, you gotta do it with feeling, mate."
You gotta mean it when you yeet it.
So
Thor knows when you fake in the yeet.
and I was like, "All right, fine. I'd like to yeet smite this shit." The DM says, "All right, roll."
And to everyone's surprise,
I actually rolled a decent check.
it was more than 3.
Self. It was like a 17.
Excessive.
It was high.
It was like a 17. And so I ended up getting that, and I took like a skull or something, and I just fucking chucked it and yeeted, and then thunder cracked. That's what happened. Yep.
So that's when you were the closest to Thor you've ever
No,
been.
that's not true. None of that is true.
I'm pretty sure it's the only time Thor did anything.
No, that's not true
I mean,
either.
he didn't stop you from the storm that got you lost.
Yeah, he probably wanted me in that.
You know what? I don't care. So after the eating, which was really a display of honor, we returned back to town, and we I don't remember why, but we were back at the inn. Oh, this is what happened. We were back at the inn, and we were chatting with some patrons, and one of them seemed oldish.
He was an older man who was short and fat with burns up his arms.
Yep. Name was Pyro Pete.
No,
Avigard or
Avigard.
Avigard.
I'm pretty sure that's what I said.
Avigard.
So, yeah, and it turns out he's a potionsmith / guy who makes potions. And
Potions me. Yep.
okay, and so we talked to him, and he says, "Oh boy, I need flowers for my potions, or we'll all die." And we said, "Yo, pops, we can get you flowers." "Oh no, they're far away." So we agreed to embark on a quest to get lotuses that weren't lotuses.
Yeah.
Purple flowers.
Purple
Purple lotuses.
violet, blue, purple flowers from an island that people go to never come back from, where a family. I don't know. We didn't know if they were killed, but we assumed they were all dead.
Nobody had seen him for a while.
Yeah.
Couple months.
We made a trip out to the island.
Not quite.
What'd I miss?
In the meantime, Julie is telling Israel about the magic lessons.
That doesn't seem important.
No, not at all.
Okay, so, well, alright. So all that's happening, I convinced Julius to talk
Open a
to...
shop. Flavored drink.
No. Although that would have been good.
We should have.
I convinced him to talk to Israel and kind of spill the beans on his activities with life. And obviously the blacksmith was, as you can imagine. And Julius was, rightfully upset. I like to, try to convince people. So far it's gone pretty much everybody well. We'll get back.
Also, we ran into Famil at the end, and he said he was headed to Kessig, which is one of the other bigger cities.
Right, he'd come back from his adventures out, and he said it was a right fucking horror out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said, it's
I'm
terrible.
pretty sure what he
Not
said.
yet, so this was before you left.
Yeah,
No. He had left
Nope.
originally.
You're
He was
both
gone.
wrong. What happened was he came in and goes, that Oz dude really loved munching my berries. He's like, I'm gonna.
So
He had left-
went when we were on the
No.
island.
Yeah,
No,
he left
left
when we were on
immediately when we got there.
Well,
Remember,
he
he
said
said,
he was. We didn't know.
and then he
Fair.
left the town,
Yeah,
and then he came back.
Yep.
So he never went to Kessig. He never even tried to go to Kessig. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. But at this point, he told us he was headed to Kessig.
Correct.
So
Crab were here, you could tell us what really.
right. So before we leave, Oz wants to go to the church, and in the process, ends up shit talking.
I didn't shit talk the priest. I just
I have
asked
notes
them.
on this actually.
Why? So he was like, why don't you guys do burial rites? And they were like, oh well, we're here for protection, and it's their fault for leaving. And then Oz proceeds to shit talk.
I didn't shit talk them. I was just like,
right
I didn't.
here. Oz shit talks.
I'll say back where I'm from.
Kills them all.
We'll
It's
get there.
literally what it
We'll
says.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there. I'll say that. So I'll basically ask them, like, why do they not support the religious needs of the people? And they said, we're too busy doing things. And they were very, very, like, non-specific about the things that they did. And they were just being really, like, cagey. And I was kind of... Anyway. Yeah, thank you, Crab. Thank you. If anybody was going to be tracking where Pretty Boy went, it would be Oz. We'll get there.
I definitely know this can't be. That statement is not crabbish.
It's in here. Anyway, so yeah, we agreed to go to an island further away after I guess I shit talked to the priests.
And killed them.
Oh,
We'll get there.
we'll get there. And we went to bed.
Planning to wake up at dawn to head out.
Yep, we went and got a boat. Well, we got a rowboat off of our boat.
Mm-hmm.
Boated.
So, session 4.
Boat.
Headed out to the island. The
No-
DM
no
is
eating.
super kind to the druid and gives him some big jellyfish that he sees on the way out.
Literally never.
This is where... It's okay, Muffin. Thank you so much for coming out for as long as you could. Definitely check out the VOD. It will be on the Twitch as well as uploaded on my YouTube on Sunday.
Almost done, I promise.
We're halfway
We're
through.
halfway there.
So, headed out to the island. This is where the party meets Alfyne's familiar, the great horned owl named Tao. And
One tried to convince Oz to hit it with something,
yep,
and Oz did not.
nope. So
That's mutiny on my show.
We get out to the island. There is a big cliff with a lighthouse at the top, and then a path winds along the island. There's a mansion on the other end of the island, and that is where we are going. So on the way up, we find a body on the side of the road that is very, very old, at least. It looks to be. There's no meat left on the bones at all. But there's also some gnaw marks on the bones.
As little cats.
There ends up being a whole bunch of little kittens on the island. And Ward finds a pink unicorn toy that he proceeds to take with him.
I think I named it.
He cleaned it.
You did name it. I don't remember what it was named, though.
I do.
What do you think?
Sheila, wasn't it?
It was Sheila. Yeah. I named it Sheila.
Because Oz calls Alfyne Sheila.
I'll do. I'll say Sheila.
So we get up to the mansion. It is a very rich-looking mansion, but it's very dusty. And the gate along the top says Xavier Mansion. We go inside, and it turns out there is the bones of a thief in the entranceway. And while we're exploring, Alfyne hears a little boy's voice say, "How are you today?" And Ward hears a little boy's voice say, "Hello, Mr. Tim Tom."
Alright. What kind of name is that?
Exploring the mansion, we find a room with a whole bunch of art in it that's been torn up except for one piece.
That was a chair. I just want to let you know that was a chair, right? In the middle of this room, there was a chair.
Very suspect.
It was a very suspect chair. Alright. So this chair, we kept asking if it had 4 legs, if it had, how many arms does it have? If you sat in the chair, there's a dead body in the chair, by the way. That's a side note. But the chair was very suspect.
The chair was facing the one painting that was still intact of a young lady, and it was titled True Love.
Clearly, the chair culprit.
DM gets sick of us asking about the chair and tells us there's nothing up with the chair.
I'll keep asking.
We find a letter on the body that basically goes into explaining the family.
Yep.
It's basically a last words letter, stating that this person could feel the madness digging deeper in their mind, expressing that his daughter Eloise escaped the mansion and is thankful for it. So daughter Eloise, wife Adriana, he was too late for her. It took hold of her, and she died. And then the son, who is
his name is Albert.
Yep.
He summoned a demon.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, summoned a demon. And the father is letting him know that he doesn't blame him. He will atone for what he's done, and he will sit with a goblet of his finest brandy and the loveliest of... He's looking at a painting of his wife, essentially. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think...
We take his brandy.
Yeah, we do. We did take his brandy. We took his brandy, right? So we took his brandy, and then we heated up. Get your jump tight. Ooh, don't die. There's tissues back there. We need tissues by the DM's side of the table for good reasons. We'll get to that. But the mansion itself was kind of spooky. There's some creepy things. We ended up stealing some booze and some books.
We'll get there.
We'll get to the books. Those are pretty good.
The drift globes. We found 3 drift globes.
Right. And we find the ghost of the wife. Right, the wife is very clearly dead.
We found the books first.
Yeah, no. That's why I said the books first.
Yeah. Books.
Do you want me to go over the books?
Oh yeah, I want you to go over the books.
Alright, so I got 3 books, right? So I got one that's basically Dwarvish for Dummies. I got one that's Shake Your Money Maker.
Spank My Money
Spank My Money Maker. It's learning to dance for money, and I definitely want to read that. I'm in the process of reading that. It's fine. And then
porn.
Yeah, we found halfling porn. I wrote down the exact names in my other book. It's not in this book.
Oh, but, I have them. Dirty Halfling is what
Dirty Halflings, right? That's right. Dirty Halflings. And so it's porn. It's a couple of halfling guys. It's pretty good.
Smart, eh?
It's definitely smart. So I was like, oh shit, this is smart. All right. So I tried to sneak it in my bag. This bitch saw it. This bitch,
everything.
Filthy halflings.
Everything.
Thank you, Crab.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry. I don't remember. I gave it to. We'll get that. I all the way, we figured out, so the wife, she wants the husband to come to bed, so we didn't quite get there at the moment. We decided to go explore the rest of the mansion. I'll figure out where all the little kid voices came from. I was the only one who didn't hear it. But we went up to the second floor, and there were, you know, some kids' rooms up there, and a loo. I went to the WC, because I was checking that out. They were checking out the kids' rooms. And, well, I guess I missed some, you know, exciting things, like blood on a bed, and, I missed getting attacked by a pile of porcelain dolls.
Yep.
But
You weren't there.
as a player, absolutely brought creepy porcelain dolls in to stare at her.
Oh, it was terrible.
It was great.
So I go into the little girl, I go into Eloise's room, and I find a journal on the bed. And there's dolls on a shelf lining the top of the room. And I pick up the journal and nothing happens. So of course, me being me and nosy and wanting knowledge, I open it. The DM looks at me. Here's my mistake. He goes, "You open it right now?" My dumb ass goes, "Yeah." All the dolls come to life and start attacking us.
I wasn't there.
Goes and gets the porcelain dolls and sits it in front of me on the table, staring at
The
me.
creepiest
entire
one was
time.
I had.
Oh, it was terrible.
I'll have enough of them.
So Ward comes to the rescue, and
Yeah.
because these things took out like more than half of Alfyne's health in one turn.
To be fair, Alfyne had like 5 hit points.
Yeah, to be fair, squishy wizard. I've been doing real bad on my health rolls.
Me too.
But she ends up misty stepping past Ward and casting Shatter, and kills them. It's so cool. Anyways,
Yes.
definitely cool moment. And then you found in Herbert's room.
Yeah.
The blood.
Yep, dried old, rusty blood.
Yep. And
Yeah.
you found it was Mr. Tim Tom written in
Yeah,
blood
written
in
on
the
the
mirror.
mirror. Yeah.
So we go back and we're hurt, so we take a short rest
Yep.
because I used all of my hit dice.
I think I
And
booped you a little.
You boot me
I
a
think
little bit.
I touched you.
Yep.
I like to touch Alfyne.
Yeah.
Damn it, Liz.
So then the only other thing we haven't explored yet is the dumbwaiter in the corner of the upstairs. So we pull it up and we hear groaning inside of it. And it turns out there was a ghoul inside that we killed.
Yep.
And the DM ended the session there.
Well, I mean, that we killed. It smacked me in the face first. Hit a little bit.
Yeah.
I was fine.
So we killed it. Session 5.
Smashed it.
We
Session 5.
argued for a little while on who we would send down the dumbwaiter first because only one of us could fit at a time.
I voted Ward because Ward can make space. If there's one thing that Ward can do, is make space.
Be awesome.
Make space.
And be awesome.
Make space.
And be awesome.
So, Ward can make space. And so,
And be awesome.
I wanted to make sure that he got down to make space for the wizard. And the wizard wasn't alone by herself.
Because I was trying to go down first.
Correct. And that sounded like a terrible idea because we could hear shit downstairs.
Yes. So Ward goes down first.
Yes.
And turns out there's 4 ghouls and a big dick.
And a big dick.
AKA a greater ghost.
Was it
Yes.
dick or was it something else?
Yes.
It was a greater ghost.
Big
Greater
deal.
ghost. Big dick.
Not ghost. Gas.
Yuck.
Gas.
Oh, was it
ghost.
gas?
I'm pretty sure it was a guess because I don't think ghosts, they have their own
Yes. Yuck.
dick.
So Alfyne goes down next. No.
No,
You
I
go
think
down
I went
next.
down because you
And I
misty
misty
stepped. Because we just made space. So we went down, she went down after, so she didn't have to take damage.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, cool.
And, yeah. That battle sucked ass because, Alfyne went down. I picked her up.
It was literally a giant penis, Mads. Yep. Big old dick.
It was a big old dick. It was
It was
literally,
a very ghastly
Failed
one,
dick.
cold to the touch. It actually spewed on you a little
I
bit.
love it. We'll get there.
yeah. It did, it was a little, you know, hand motions and everything.
It's good for your skin.
It was not good for my skin. It aged my skin quite a bit.
I think that's where we figured out that the ghouls literally couldn't hurt you.
Yeah, no, they were just climbing all over me.
Because we leveled up again.
Yeah. So, well, no, that in my armor class, right?
Yeah.
Because my AC is
So they were
21.
just kinda-
So they're all sitting there just clamoring at me, and I'm just like, oh god, oh, they're getting flesh on me. Oh, this is not good. I don't like it.
So then Alfyne Misty steps down, ends up panicking, and
No.
Misty steps
No.
directly next to the ghast.
Yeah.
who kind of just goes, no.
Oh yeah, no, he basically what? Punk, and we're like, hey, shit.
And Alfyne goes down.
Yes, she did.
She does.
Yeah. No, she doesn't.
No, this is around the time when he said the mommy comment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was. Oh shit, we're on that point. Okay. So at this point, by the way, Oz floats a lot. He flirts a lot with Alfyne.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. But she kind of was like treating both of us like we were kids, right? Because I'm 27, he's like 1.
He's in his teens. He's what, 18?
20.
Is he?
He's 20.
He just,
Still
He just
not
acts like a
drinking
kid.
age.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
you're not the police, man. Come on.
it's fine. European drinking age, it's fine.
Yeah.
But so
He doesn't have to urinate.
not this time.
Squishy wizards, yep. I was very squishy.
During the fight, the gas actually aged my character quite a bit, which seemed to affect him more than anything else that he'd seen. So far.
9 years.
Yeah. 9 years. So he kind of grew a shit ton of hair. Now he already has Sephiroth-ass fucking shitty hair.
Got the
Right.
pube beard.
Now he
You
got
got
like
the
a
pube
really
beard.
long beard.
Very puby.
And so I kind of just chopped it off.
Nope,
right?
it was puby.
Not
You
puby.
forgot yeah, we determined it was puby.
No, it was full on.
Full on
Beard.
pubes. Big
Yeah.
puby. It's 9 years of unkempt beard. That is pube face.
Anyway, he kind of looked like a really roughed up older purple Geralt of Rivia, we determined.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of hot. But, I mean, Alfyne could talk on that a little more than us.
That's when Alfyne went, oh.
Yeah. That kind of sucked. And then there was more cats. There's a lot of cat piss in this entire place. The entire place smelled of cat piss. Then he tried to make me smell like dog piss at one point.
And when the ghast died, it dropped a circle of blasting, which Alfyne attuned to. Yep.
Yeah.
As you can see on D&D Beyond.
Yes.
D&D Beyond. Yeah.
That way.
thing. That shit. This way. Tell me.
Or to your...
It's fine. Close enough.
Oh, yeah. That way. Nope. Point
your
that way.
other right.
Yeah,
it's
there
just
you
to
go.
the right.
Yeah.
Anyway. All the way.
So yeah, circlet of blasting. We
Overkill.
end up sleeping the night. No, we found
I
the
don't want to hear
cats
you
first.
anymore.
So yeah, we go around and we find the greenhouse where the flowers are.
Yep.
And we find a big old pile of kittens.
That we just walk by.
Oh, no,
And
we don't. No, we don't.
Yeah, we
Rolls.
do.
We walk right by.
No.
Nothing of consequence happened. Alright. And,
No, you
No.
killed one and
I
they ate the
did not kill anything.
So- Alright. The ward.
This did not happen. The
Oh
way...
no.
Ward
We
has...
threw rations.
You
Yep.
threw rations first.
And then
they
you
went
made
for
one of them smell like bacon.
No, tuna.
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 It was specifically tuna. He
And-
made...
And it
They were all starving.
Because
all the cats were
Crab
starving
is a
and
terrible
feral.
DM.
No, I would have made the same judgment.
The cat was supposed to run.
The cat got a dex save and the cat didn't make it.
How does a cat fail dex save?
It did. And
It-
they ate it.
Yes. The other cats, the other starving cats, now smell tuna, and they chase down the one cat that smells like tuna and eat it alive.
While we pass by it and collect 25 blooms each
Which
of
are
the
not
purple flower in the greenhouse.
fucking lotuses. Crab.
Anyways, before we get into that rant, because that lasted like half an hour,
You need to cool it with the plant stuff.
there were a lot of cats to contest. We had this discussion.
It wasn't a discussion, it's more that you told me what happened. and I had
Anyways.
to do.
You do have to deal with
I
that
had to
now.
deal
You have
with
to
it.
deal with that.
So-
Now, okay, you got a cat killed. I got like everyone else killed. So, let's be fair here.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
So we
I killed
end
half
up
the town on accident.
going back into the kitchen, and Ward closes everything up with mold earth so that we can spend the night because we're all really hurt.
It's
No,
not
I was
this.
fine.
So we spend the night in the kitchen. Next morning, wake up, blah blah blah. I have changed it in my notes. If that makes you feel any better.
Oh, I know. We had a discussion.
Yeah.
We actually talked about it. I think he changed it to Broalia now. Is it Broalia now? Or was it Clematis?
It was some
Other way.
flower.
Yeah.
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 So we find out we're I think we find out we're trying to get into the basement,
Yes, so we...
and there's no way down there.
Well, But we go and we decide to satiate the wife first.
Yep.
Oh.
Not satisfy. No, we did that before we went down to the basement.
We did.
We got
did.
the globes and walked by.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. We went back up to see her to see if we could figure out how to get into the basement. That was the second day. Right.
Saw her.
That was the second time
We
we
saw
saw her.
her after we got
No, we got the drift globes the first time.
Yeah.
Because we had the drift globes for the base.
We
for
didn't
the
go back
downstairs.
because we had the box when we went back to her.
I
So we
know.
went to the basement first. I think we ended up going back into the main foyer and seeing a crack in the wall
Right.
that you blasted open, and that
Okay.
was the stairs to the basement.
Right. And then we went back up, and then I decided to go get the chair because I was like, well, I think it has to do with the chair, and also I don't want to lose parts of the decaying body of the husband.
No, so we went down to the basement first.
That was after the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we go down to the basement, and there's a child's coffin down there.
Oh yeah. By the way, the dad killed the kid.
Yeah, the dad killed the kid.
We found that out from all the journals.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
No, we had found that out from Eloise's journal. So the dad ended up killing
Well, we found that out
the
from his too.
the kid. So, child's coffin, and then there's a little offshoot that has a pedestal with a whole bunch of demonic inscriptions, and there is a brimstone smell. Inside the child's coffin, because of course we opened it, there was a box inside that had an elvish imprisonment spell on it. Because Ward and I cast Detect Magic like crazy. So we end up going upstairs with the box because there was a riddle. And I don't remember exactly what the riddle said, but it was something along the lines of the most wondrous of views or something like that.
Yeah.
So we end up going back upstairs because there was something similar referenced in the dad's letter. And so we're trying to figure out the word. So Oz is convinced that it has to do something with the wife. So it was a lock and then the views or something like that. So Oz is convinced we have to satiate the wife. So we grab the chair.
Satisfy.
Yeah.
Jesus
We
Christ.
grab the chair with the body in it because we didn't want to lose pieces of the body. And we bring it to the wife and lay the body down in the bed. And they end up, at peace. And the ghost goes away.
The chair's still suspicious.
Chair's still suspicious. And then we end up sitting there and reading it, and Alfyne kind of goes, the loveliest of views. That's what it was. She's like, oh, the painting. What was the painting's name? And then she says it, True Love, and the box bursts open, and out comes the demon, Tim-Tom.
And we can't make fun of him. We really took the piss out of that bitch.
Yeah, his
Hardcore.
motivations were very mundane.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, you guys can help me. You can help me with my grand mission."
He's
and we're like,
hey, Punky, what are we doing
yeah,
today?
basically. And he was just like, "Hey, you gotta help me take over these lands." And I'm like, "These lands? Really? That's your fucking plan? That's the shittiest plan." And he's like, "And fucking really?" And the two of us were just giving him shit. And I was like, "And fucking Mr. Tim Tom? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?"
The fuck kind of name is Mr. Tim-Tom?
Yeah. And then, like, the two of us were just fucking tearing into him, like, verbally. And then I started smacking him in the face.
Oh, yeah. So
Real
the
hard.
fight goes... At one point, Ward is sitting at the vanity, while Alfyne is in the back, sprouting
Hot wings.
hot-ass wings.
They don't work, though.
No, they don't work.
You're dead.
And Oz is just going ham on this guy.
Mm.
You had
He
your
was just
armor.
giving it to him?
Yeah.
Oh my
Wow.
god, he
Going
was
ham.
right the mace to
You
the
had
face.
armor of Agathis
I
out,
did have on my bag at this
and
on.
Mr. Tim-Tom hit you, and you just leaned into it.
I was like, fucking hit me, bitch.
You felt like you
Yeah.
were in middle school again? What the
Yeah,
fuck
because
does that mean, Greg?
It's because we were giving him
taunting.
shit.
Oh,
yeah, we were
yeah.
taunting. Yeah, no, it was really good.
Yeah.
So, at one point, you heat metaled him,
Yes.
and his armor exploded.
Oh, that was after.
No, I kept hitting the armor hard enough.
That's what
Eventually,
it was.
I hit the armor hard enough that it felt that it broke, and then we started doing damage.
And Oz took Alfyne's damage. Oz took Alfyne's hit. And that's what set off Armor of Agathis. I think. Anyways.
No.
No. He actually hit me. But I did. So when an armor exploded, we had to all make dex saves in order to not take damage. But I made the choice to say, I'm going to take the wizard's damage. I don't. I'm in front of her. technically, because I asked him, like, well, me being directly in front of her, would that not give her at least 3/4 cover? And he said, well, if you want to take a damage. And I said, I'm going to take a damage.
Yep.
So I did.
So he took my damage, and
Also
hey up. And oh, he had reanimated the 2 skeletons in the bed too, so we had to fight
on a
those as
backpack.
well. Yeah, oh yeah, you had a backpack. One of them jumped on Oz's back.
And he was just on my back for like half the fight.
Yep. So then we end up defeating Mr. Temtom, and Oz gets his shield.
Alright, so this fucking DM, right? He gives Oz.
Hey.
Yeah.
Not only is he dead, you were here, you gonna say about the guy who gives you all
This
stuff.
this is fantastic. He
Fine.
gave me fucking plate armor and an animated shield.
Dear crab, just give me the loot from now on.
It's amazing. It's very good.
So we end up finishing in the mansion, leaving, heading up to the lighthouse. Don't find anything in the lighthouse.
Just some peace of mind.
Just
Yeah.
knowing that everything's good.
Yeah.
We didn't
It
find
was
any
broken
evidence
up
that the daughter was still there.
Just like
Yeah.
Alfyne.
What?
Broken up top.
Yeah.
His wing.
So we end up going back to mainland to visit Avigard, the potionsmith, and give him the bloom.
But it was
Suspicious motherfucker
Or
had a potion of longevity that he assists Oz in bringing his age back down the 9 years that he lost. Alfyne is super fucking suspicious of him now because if you know anything about the potion of longevity, if it hasn't been opened, it has something floating inside of it. And this potion did not have anything floating inside of it, so it had been opened previously. So Alfyne is now suspicious as fuck of Avigard. Still is, we'll get there.
So the other thing we noticed when we came back
is that Oz killed everyone.
Oz is responsible for the death of thousands of
So the church had been
Blown in.
it had been completely blown in. There's a crowd around it. So after we finished with Avigard, Oz made a big said thank you. Turns out that priests were gone. And Vermeil was still there. Apparently he stayed around to fight some skeletons in the morning and help the investigation of what happened with the church. But the priests are gone, the church is smashed, and Oz is feeling like a right dick.
Specifically,
And he had an exhaustion at the time because the potion made him younger than most.
Specifically, of the 12 gods, 6 are considered the light good gods, and 6 are considered the not as
The balance.
Good, the balance, yeah.
Jedi
Specifically, only the good gods were destroyed. The other statues were still in place.
So, of course, Oz feels like a rote dick now. And, we,
killed everyone.
I, started talking to, he found a book too. But,
Oh yeah, you did find
he
a
found a
book.
book. He found a
I think that
children's
was
book.
next session.
Well, yeah, because we stopped right there.
We
right?
stopped right at.
We stopped right there
the statues
when
were
Oz
destroyed.
found out that he fucking killed everybody.
Yeah.
So,
So before session 6, we're an hour and a half in. Do we want to take a quick break?
alright, I'll make my coffee. Alright, do the BRB.
Yeah.
Come on, do
So,
it. She just wants to use this.
half because I just want to use this BRB
She just wants to
screen.
use this.
So we are gonna take a quick break. Enjoy this
this
wonderful,
face.
lovely, beautiful art that our dear ThunderBirdPaints Heather
Don't even say that.
created for us. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Hang tight. Ask any questions you have in chat. We'll answer them when we get back.
6. You guys been dropping way too many F-bombs. This is not okay.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Oh. Ooh. Sorry.
Too much darn profanity.
I believe we gave a warning at the beginning. You might have missed it.
Yeah.
Cunt. I'm gonna say that shit a lot. I'm gonna say
Watch
bastard.
your
I'm gonna say cunt.
profanity. You know, first thing I said when I came in is, by the way, they're swearing on this channel.
She said cunt.
Cunt.
Yeah, she said cunt. And you know what? I'll think you're a mad cunt. But like, what?
Evan to Betsy.
Kill all the non-believers. Hey, Surgeon, how you doing? So,
Non-believers.
Session 6.
Session 6.
We finally find out,
Yeah,
6
Latin.
sessions in, that the world is called Vryn.
Oh yeah. Well, we would have known that from the fucking book anyway.
Yeah,
Hey.
but Session 6 is when we finally get given the name.
Well, yeah.
Thank you for the bitty bits, Crab.
And yeah, Grab's dead to us. And he'll know why.
We'll get there.
We'll get that.
So,
It's coming up real quick.
we find out how the priests were protecting the town.
Did not involve children.
AKA, we get 1 potion of sacred land shit.
Yes, I call it the potion of sacred land shit. Covers for 2 nights. Use half the potion.
What you do is you slam it on the ground. No, that was a different one.
That was different. Well, it's the same thing. So the potion of sacred land shit is one that we got right before we went on Avgard's trip. He
That's
gave
right.
it to us
He gave us
as a.
It-
That's why I was visiting the priests to begin with, is to figure out how that shit worked. Right.
Acid concept.
But it turns out that
Still have that.
that potion
In my inventory.
was one of the things that the town used, and I'm glad I didn't use it on our trip. It's one of the things that the town used to protect itself. Right.
It was
So
a bingo
You
hall
use
for all the old
half-
biddies.
no, it wasn't. Use half the potion plus ritual cast. Now he gave us the ability to ritual cast protection from good and evil around the town. Right, it kind of
Yes.
creating a barrier. And you use half the potion in each of the spot, like for the entire town perimeter. And apparently you have to pray like the Dickens that it works.
Ward also finds a picture book of animals.
Pop up.
It was okay. So my notes specifically say Ward finds a picture book of animals. Psst, he's a druid. Oh my god, it's a pop-up book. He didn't poop himself.
Yeah, no, actually, he had to do a check for that. Now he has to do checks for everything. Because he shit himself on session
It
1.
was only a little bit of nuggets.
On session 1.
Why fudge, Crab? What did you do? Oh, he needs to send you the picture book still.
I don't want to remind everybody that when Crab was alive, he was a shoddy DM.
Excuse me.
Stats.
He gave me some lovely shit.
Like
So
good berries to munch. Nom, nom,
No, he took that away.
nom, nom, nom.
no, he gave him
getting
something
there.
better.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Get that.
So Famil ends up helping us cast the first protection barrier.
Yep.
And-
We took teams. We took teams of 2.
And as he casts, his hair gets lighter and
I
Oz
didn't
gets
notice.
flirty.
Oz was getting bloody anyway. He. Oh.
Oz didn't realize
That
he
is
had...
Justin from Work Surgeon. John.
Oh.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. No, Oz.
Oz didn't realize how much wood he had carrying on him. He
So-
had, he had
so Famil, by
loads
the way,
of wood.
I don't know if we ever mentioned that Famil was actually gone, right?
All kinds of
Yeah,
wood.
we found out it's a he.
It's a he.
So many.
But Oz really
bundles.
kind of started liking Famil a lot, and Famil's kind of helpful, right? So
in a sexual.
yeah. We did the cast and made sure that everything was all right.
Takes about
And-
an hour.
Did we go back that night to check on Penny?
Yes.
So
That night was when we found Penny.
Penny is the librarian, and the library was on top of the church. And so I had this grand thought that, shit, the church was attacked. Has anybody checked on Penny? And apparently nobody in town gave a shit about the library, because no one checked on her. And so we found her flayed, strung up, and tentacles coming out of her abdomen. Well, that's not good. There's some... How you doing?
What is
How
that?
you doing?
That's not how you Dougie.
We'll get to that. We'll get there. Mm. I left out the sugar for you because you know you're sweet, but
Damn it, Liz!
fine. So
Listen, you gave me permission.
yeah, she did. So turns out that there you go. I got you, boo. So it turns out that Penny's dead. She got killed, theoretically during the attack, and we ended up burning the body. Oh well, Ward did. I cut off the tentacles, he burned the body, the best we could.
Shit up.
I
burnt that city.
Yeah, she did some fucks, and it was some really Silent Hill looking bullshit. You ever see the Silent Hill movie, right? It was like that scene where that lady gets picked up and flayed by Pyramid Head. Spoilers, by the way, that happened.
Spoiling other shit now.
Spoiling other shit. If you haven't seen the fucking Silent Hill movie, it's been enough for years. Go fuck yourself. Go watch it.
I've seen it.
Sean Bean lives.
Yeah, Sean Bean lives, and he's not fucking supposed to. Harry Mason's supposed to fucking.
Anyways.
Fuck. Anyway, don't get me started on that.
Amount of fingers.
I have
these baby
ideas.
knuckle.
So anyway, I guess at that point we went to
ladies, gotta hold this together. Keep this shit.
We went
tight.
to bed, and by the time we went to the thing, and I found out, I told Famil about what happened with I think the next morning I told him about what happened with Patty, and he's like, oh shit, the same thing happened with Julius. Now Julius, if you recall, is the guy that was going out casting magic with fucking Faith. The girl got turned into a puddle. My
exact note is Famil found Julius also tentacle-tastic.
Yes, also tentacle-tastic, same way that Penny was. And he was the guy that I saved from the Skellies by pulling him inside the inn prior. So he was dead now. Penny was dead now. We had interacted with her, and the Glags were dead now. Well, we went and we took care of Julius's body. We did. We took
that we did.
I managed crowds, and I ended up getting a Talbuck. His name's Emsworth. Emsworth is lovely horse, but he's got horns. Hey Gamma, what's up? The whole thing was a hot mess, but either way, they took care of it. They ended up burning the body up and turning it to stone, and
yeah, so that was the next day. We slept and then went out the next day to take care of Julius's body.
Because it had grown a lot more than Penny's body had the opportunity. It seemed like they happened at the same time. So now...
Oh, that was... So the night before. Because we wanted to go take care of it that night, but Famil said, no, don't. It's getting dark. Alfyne tried to give Oz warm milk to help him sleep.
Yeah, I vomited.
And Oz puked.
Yeah.
So then we went to go burn Julius.
Yep.
Famil came with us.
That was a real cavalier sentence.
Gamer enjoys tentacles.
Yes, Gamer does.
We went to go burn Julius.
Yeah, I know that. That was very cavalier.
No biggie.
We went to go investigate.
Now, I'm saying this with like a heavy heart. And you're just like, yeah, we just went to go. Yeah, we just went to go.
By the way,
kill
there was
Julius.
a corpse we had to go desecrate.
Well, we just had to light it on fire. It's fine.
You guys are starting to realize that Alfyne is very comfortable around corpses.
Yeah.
Burn that shit ground.
Oz has a very heavy heart about this. And she's just like, yeah, we just went to go light him on fire. No big deal.
So we went to go investigate. And it turns out his case of tentacleitis was a bit more advanced because his tentacles were filling the entire house.
It happened overnight.
He
was trying to get out of the house. Although way, they successfully contained it with some psychic damage. My ear was bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, so it was causing psychic damage to everybody when it screamed. So Famil turned it to stone. The whole thing.
I'm not familiar.
Oh no. But what did you do after that, Ward?
How did you take care of it?
Well, my notes say Julius is now gravel.
Mm-hmm.
I gravelified Julius.
Yep.
I mean, and then offered to take him around the town, but you guys thought that wasn't a good idea.
Turns out the entire house was desecrated land.
Yeah.
Julius is now.
In looking through everything, we found 2 scrolls at Julius's. Speak with Dead, which can only be used once, and Blight.
Oh, damn, Blight.
We also go back to the library to show Famil where we found Penny.
Yep.
And we find a scroll for Tensor's floating disc.
Yeah, no, I'll get.
Meanwhile, Alfyne has been having a really hard time finding fine ink to copy all of these spells into her spellbook.
I'd given her some, all I had.
So I was able to copy what was in Faith's spellbook.
Hold on, sleeves are bullshit.
Oz had given all he had.
Yes.
Sleeves are bullshit. Keep going.
So, she was having a hard time finding fine ink. So, on the way back to the inn, she starts to mutter to herself, and Oz basically has to guide her back.
Sleeves are bullshit.
Oz basically has to guide her back to the inn. Actually, no, we go to the potionsmith first.
No, I can do it.
To tell Avigard, because we found out that Penny was Avigard's daughter.
Well, we found that out from him.
Yeah, well, the first time. So we end up going to Avigard.
No, we found that out at that moment.
Oh, that's right.
Because we had to stop at him for another reason. And then I stopped in and I said, hey, do you happen to know if Penny had any,
Oh, yeah.
Gamer. Shit. Is it the Sun's Out, Guns Out? Because, yeah. We found out at that moment. I asked if she had any family, and he's like, hey, yeah, she's my daughter. I was like,
well, your daughter's fucking dead.
Yeah. Was your daughter.
Just like a crap.
And he did not seem surprised at all.
Nor bothered.
Suspicious
which was kind of...
as fuck!
11.
Yay!
Video.
Hi,
You missed me pulling my sleeves off like I'm the fucking Hulk.
You remember your shitty ass trick pants?
Yeah, I'll have that in a... Hold on, I gotta take the hood off too. This thing is just like a mobile piece of wonderful. I was slightly cold.
How's it look, Crab? I know you can't see the overlay on mobile, but how does everything else look? So yeah. You didn't see the BRB screen, Crab.
Oh, it's so good. You should just
Crab,
switch to it.
Crab, look at this BRB screen.
Did he has trip ants? Yeah, tripping there.
That's the BRB screen, Crab. I hope you enjoy that.
Always something.
Plug.
I love it.
So anyways, that ends. Oh shit. So the session ends with us heading back to the inn. Oz guiding Alfyne because she's muttering a whole bunch. Because Ward had mentioned, hey, what about making spell ink with blood?
Yeah.
And Alfyne starts muttering
I did
like
say
that.
Yes.
That
Why does Ward speak?
Yeah, I don't know. So Oz is, Oz, right, sippy cups on. So Oz is kind of guiding Alfyne. Flirting with Famil, but guiding Alfyne. And like...
This is a theme.
Yeah, it is a thing. And just kind of been like, no, don't hurt yourself, alright? Just do what you gotta do. He's very caring. Like, he really cares about Alfyne. But he really wants to bone Famil.
I mean,
yeah,
y'all can eat Famil's berries.
That's what he was trying to do. Go on, keep up.
So, session 7.
Bone, yes.
We end up...
or get boned. One of the two. He's not picky.
Yeah. We end up
He'll try
staying the
anything
night
once.
with Julius, the blacksmith. No, not Julius. Israel. Julius is dead.
Ishmael.
Ishmael.
I don't... What's his name?
Whatever we landed on.
We don't know what his real name is.
Yeah, no,
he doesn't. I'm gonna call him Kilgore.
Cool. We stay the night with him because we figure that he's the next one, because at this point they're going after everyone that had an association with Faith.
And Famil warned us to keep an eye on him anyway, and he didn't want to leave his place.
So we tried to convince him to come back to the inn with us, but he wouldn't leave. So we end up getting a whole bunch of food and a whole bunch of booze.
And I'll try to convince Famil to come with us. If Famil wouldn't come with us.
Dance lessons.
While the we're getting there. While the blacksmith makes us silver weapons. Oz has been reading Spank Your Moneymaker and wants to practice. Alfyne was nose deep in a book.
Or something.
So ends up trying to practice salsa dancing with Ward, who then flips it on Oz and teaches Oz how to Dougie.
Yeah, well, I was trying to teach him salsa dancing, and then he was being him, and then he tripped, and then I just ended up squishing him. Hilarious. And then he was being a little dick later, so I just squished him on purpose. I just sat on him. Plate armor, plus a very large tiefling. I mean, yeah, sun's out, guns out.
Meanwhile, Alfyne figures out how to use her blood for spell ink.
That's just sentence. It's
Yep.
disturbing me.
Yes.
Turns out anything she copies into her spellbook with her blood will damage her. Oh no, I'm sorry. Copying it into the spellbook damages her as well. And it also hurts her when she casts them. So far, the only thing copied into the spellbook with blood is Tensor's floating disc.
Good, because Oz does not like this whole blood thing. He doesn't think it's a good.
Oh no, I'm sorry, and Blight.
Oh.
Blight's copied in blood.
Yeah, Oz does not like any of this.
Blood blight.
Blood Blight.
Blood blight.
It has a bit of visual effects. So the
Yeah.
Tensor's floating disc, instead of being clear or blue or anything like that,
Right.
has some
Veins of
red
blood running through
swirling.
it.
Yeah, veins of blood running through it and swirling.
And then he hopped on it as a fucking black cat because he could.
Yep.
And then
And we use that to transport
the booze.
the booze and the food
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the blacksmith.
Oz was trying to get with
Yeet.
Meal, right?
Oi.
Oh
and
yeah, you were trying
they
to
did
trick
that.
him.
They did that. That's alright. He was better than the next morning of him trying to
Oh
talk to
no, no, no,
Meal.
no! I need you to tell us what Oz said to Famil.
So the next morning, right, he goes in to see if Emil's up. See if he wants breakfast or something, or if he wants.
Bracky.
It's fine. He's breaking. Yeah, he's fine.
Crikey.
You go take it. Oz walks up to Famil. Now Famil has the ability to change his hair color, it seemed. And he changed it to white when Oz had made a comment about how he was seeing it white the other night. Alfyne had mentioned it. And he was like, oh, yeah, I'll just do it for you. And he'd done it. And so I was like, oh, I like that. Because Oz has white hair. Right? He's like, oh, that's cute. And so the next morning he goes in and Famil has white hair. And so the others are right behind. And they wanted to see this train wreck happen.
We're leaning against the back wall of the inn, just watching.
Just watching and listening. As Oz walks up and says, yeah, does it all change?
Does it match?
Does it all change at the same time? Like, does it everything, carpet, drapes, that
Yes,
sort
the
of comment.
question every brunette female has been asked.
Every blonde
Does
or
the-
redhead.
No, I'm
Every
pretty sure it's
redhead.
just brunettes.
No.
Pretty sure
No, it's not. Brunettes was expected. But, yeah, it's,
Safe to say,
it didn't go over so well.
strike one.
It was not good. So Oz was very embarrassed, and he tried very hard to pretend he was. He had things to do. He had very important things to do.
Yes, we went to the church.
Yeah, we did. And we went looking around at things, and we
Ward rebuilt the statues.
He did. Ward did a very nice job
Yeah.
rebuilding the statues, as all kind of kept.
Not a single thank you.
I did thank you.
Yeah, but you just said it with words.
Carpet party.
Hashtag
carpet party.
Yeah, no, hashtag carpet party.
Yep.
And then so when we went back up
Bloody carpet
to go
party.
look at
Yep,
some
that's
things.
what we are.
I apologized.
Ow.
Ouch. That's actually kind of where we are, aren't we?
Famil ends up saying some weird shit. He ends up telling us that we did one of the faces wrong.
Yeah.
And describes the gods that we're used to seeing. And I think it was at this
He
point
assumed.
that we figured out that we were...
Well,
Time
he
travelers.
said his theory was that we traveled in time.
Yeah.
He told us his theory is that we traveled in time. That we
Wibbly
have
wobbly
X
timey-wimey.
amount of years in the
1,000
future.
years in the future, yeah.
So,
And
then-
Alfyne's super old.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so's Oz, and so's Ward.
But it's not old.
So
But-
Ward rebuilt the statues.
He did. He did a lovely
and-
job. He made one eye look crooked.
I put penises on all of them, but you won't
No,
let me.
yeah, I would not let
So
you.
at this point, my favorite part in this session is we go to the stables
Hold on.
to check on Hemsworth.
First of all, I want to get to one thing first.
Uh-huh.
I apologized for Meal for the comment. And then he pretended he didn't know. Well, I didn't know he pretended. But he said he didn't know what I was talking about. And I walked away. And, apparently the other two saw him smack. So apparently he did know what I was talking about.
I see
He
everything.
was being all...
Yeah, Ward has a passive perception of 22.
Yeah, it was fucking stupid. So yeah, we decided to go to the stables because I gotta go check on my horse Hemsworth. And by horse, I mean if you've ever played World of Warcraft, if you know what a Talbot is, that's what my horse
I'll
looks
find a
like.
picture.
It's lovely. But so mine's the grey one with the blue.
Gray one with the blue?
Very important.
Yes.
Okay.
Very important detail.
Yeah. So I was debating between that and the white one with the purple. because, you know, I'm white and purple.
That one?
Yeah, see, that's Emsworth right there. So yeah, we go to the stables. I want to check on my horse, and they've been feeding it. Now I've got it's a celestial steed, right? I'm a paladin, right? You can summon that shit. It's not an actual fucking horse, so it doesn't really need to eat, but it can. But apparently, when it eats, it shits out fucking rainbow shit. Thank you, crap.
Lots of prayers.
So everybody says that's fucking weird, and the stable master person says, I wonder what that tastes like.
Because it smelt real good.
Because apparently it smelled real good, and it looks like fucking free fucking pebbles. No, trick cereal. Sorry, trick cereal.
So no, this was entirely Ward's creation.
Yeah, no, Ward.
Ward said.
Ward convinced him. Ward convinced the fucking NPC.
My notes say Ward convinced 2 NPCs
to eat shit. Right. So they were talking about it.
There are a few other names on this list.
No, hold on. We're getting there.
Only NPCs, right? They're
So,
the shit.
yeah, no. I will admit to this shit. Ready? So, we leave, and we overhear the stable master talking about, should we try it? Should we just try it? I'll try it if you try it.
I think you should try it.
And so then they two, the stable hand to the stable master tried it. And so Famil and I look at each other and say...
So you hear them yell, it tastes like... Oh, no, they do try it.
They say, oh, this is actually fucking... Like, and they're like...
It's actually really good. And
yeah.
Like what they say.
And so Famil and Oz kind of look at each other and say... Oz just says, I kind of want to know what the fuck it is.
Alfyne and Ward had left at this point.
Yeah, they're like, we're out. And Famil and Oz say... Yeah, we gotta go find out. And we rush back in because we're just too fucking curious, right? So we rush back in to find out. So the pretense was that I was gonna go and see about a saddle for my horse because I don't have one, right? Bareback. Hey. So
hashtag bareback.
Other way. Now, mind you, Oz has been trying to get into Famil's pants for like a couple of days in game now. And Famil's just too curious after the NPCs say, it tastes like cupcakes. And Oz says, yeah, that sounds like bullshit. And Famil's like,
yeah, but I really want to try it.
So he fucking tries it. So he's like, it tastes like cupcakes.
Do your notes say if they were still warm?
And
like fresh baked cupcakes?
And he's like, yeah, it's got a weird texture. It's like
the only thing
brown
my thing
sugar.
Says is Ward convinced 2 NPCs, Famil and Oz, to eat fruity pebble shit.
Yeah. He's like, it's
really
kind of got the
needs to be
texture of brown sugar, but it tastes like a cupcake. Apparently, I forget what flavor. I think he got the strawberry one, and I ended up getting watermelon or some shit like that. And I didn't write that down. I hope you know. That was up here. That has traumatized me. It's here. So, of course, seeing the guy that he's trying to get with eat it, and the guy trying to convince him to eat it there, well, you know, Knowles gives it a passion and eats some shit. Fucking pretty pebble talbot shit.
Who made you eat that shit, by the way?
Fucking emoji.
Oh no, I saw that. I fucking saw that.
Who made you eat the shit? Say his name. Who made you eat shit? Who made him eat shit?
On curiosity. I'm not giving you credit for this shit.
He is.
He is.
So,
Brown Master.
So after all of this, we end up going to see the mayor, who is doing absolutely nothing. Oh wait, so on the way into the mayor's, the secretaries were staring at Alfyne's ass, and she was getting real uncomfortable.
Oz got real. Well, it wasn't the secretaries; it was the gods.
That's what it was.
And they were making commentary about Alfyne's ass, and Oz got really protective. He was like, no, and he kind of gave them the rock eye. That's how it was described. Because his intimidation check sucked.
Dwayne Johnson eye.
Yeah. He got the eyebrow going. I can't do it. I'm terrible at that shit. Close. Yeah, better than I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we forgot. You keep introducing yourself as Ward Skeleton Slayer.
Yeah, he does. After every time we kill a skeleton,
Well,
he's like,
the
Skeleton
town
Slayer.
knows me
Yeah.
as Ward the Skeleton Slayer.
So Ward's whole goal going into the mayor's office was to get himself a fucking statue.
I thought that was legitimately okay.
It's fine.
We're going in to see if anybody might be able to be taught how to cast the protections around the town.
Yeah. So Oz's plan.
Mayor doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, the mayor doesn't give a shit. He
I'm
thinks
being
that we're just
so
gonna
angry
stay
about
here.
that.
So Oz's plan was to see if anybody else in the town could be taught how to do these rituals to protect the town, because they want to leave. They want to leave the town. So they show up, and the mayor's all like, "Well, I just thought that you would do it. I
Alfyne
thought
gets
that you would be."
royally pissed.
Yeah. And the mayor's just like, "Oh, I just thought that you would just keep up with that forever."
He's not Richard Nixon.
He is now.
Listen, I'm just glad you guys keep, like, floating by terrible things Ward does, because you forgot.
Well, you sat on a couch, but that wasn't really that terrible.
Nope, I also made Alfyne...
Ground the dirt into the couch.
Yeah, I also made Alfyne want to cry.
No, that was after this.
Yeah, that was after this.
That was after these. You guys we were doing our rounds. I took Emil on my rounds. You took on the other rounds. And
That was the very end of the session.
Correct. You did that at the end of this one.
I made Alfyne cry. Like a bitch.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. We're getting there.
Cried under
So
butt.
yeah, we talked to the man. He was being a complete dick, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'll send some people over. So I'll see if I can find you, but I just don't know everybody in the town." It's like, okay, I can't expect you to, but could you try? And he's like, "Yeah, I'll send some people to the tavern tomorrow." All right, fine. And he's like, "But I just thought that you guys would be handling it." No, we can't handle it forever. Besides, if something happened to us, you need to have a backup. And I had him convinced of that. At the very least, I had him convinced of that. So at the very least, the innkeeper and his cook decided that they wanted to try to help the best they can. The only two who volunteered to help were those two. And so we took them on rounds with us to try to teach them how to do the ritual.
And the Dougie.
No, that was later.
Oh yeah, no, we're getting to that.
We'll get into that. So, yeah, the whole thing was fun. So, we did the rituals, and we, neither one of them really got it, but the cook asked to try again. So that was nice.
While we were out
of the potion, though. I will say that we were out of the potion. And so we were trying to do this with the flowers specifically. But,
Nothing's happening off screen.
oh,
Nothing is happening off screen.
Nothing's happening.
Don't look, she's gonna spew. She's gonna be
that sounds dirty.
a molten eruption
Oh,
of
please do.
coffee.
Swallow.
Damn it,
nothing is happening off screen.
Nothing's
It's
happening.
probably on screen.
Hold on.
Yeah, it is.
Yep,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
There we go. We're good. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Come on, I had this right here. So,
Are you guys drinking on stream?
Sponsored
hold
by-
on. Sponsored by
I fucking wish. All right, anyways.
alcohol. So
All of it, all alcohol.
all alcohol has sponsored us tonight.
The alcohol
Soka
vendor.
was the best choice.
Right. So
Hey, Alyssa, baby, how you doing?
hello.
Listen, TOS says nothing about drinking on stream as long as you don't do shots for money.
Thing?
Yes.
What if it's like shots of hot slot?
I think that's better.
Anyway,
Anyways.
that sounds
Cash
painful.
money.
That sounds like vomit. So yeah, we do our rounds and Ward sent some stupid shit to Alfyne. Oh no, that was
Nope, Ward would never say
Ward,
stupid shit.
Ward started asking
that's
about the
not possible.
wings.
yeah, he did.
And why were they so like?
Shitty.
Janked. and
Yeah.
Why do they look terrible?
And Alfyne was already mad about the mayor's office. So she just gets royally pissed, leaves, goes back to the inn,
I assume it was menstrual.
storms right up to her bedroom and slams the door. I'm doing real good, Alyssa. How about you?
So while this is happening, Oz tries and fails again. Get with Emil. He's not very slick. He's fun. So he goes and he also goes to check on Alfyne because I think Ward mentioned to him that Alfyne was a little.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So
She was just upset for some reason.
yeah, that's kind of what he
And
said to me.
Alfyne didn't tell you shit, so you don't know dick.
So well, no, I could tell she was upset, but I kind of hugged her and I said,
You touched her butt.
I did not touch her butt. I
I
was trying to
assume
touch
you
Camille's
did.
butt.
That's how you make people feel better.
But
you touch
I kind of hugged her until she probably wanted to touch me. But, you know, I was trying to be very supportive and nice. Other way.
Then we went downstairs, or you guys went downstairs. Somebody had done something to the floor.
Oh yeah, you sent me on a solo mission of reconnaissance, stealth, and
go get
No,
it.
that was
this session.
That was the session. That was
Yeah,
right.
you
That was
sent me
right.
a very
went-
I
important
sent
mission.
you. That's what, because I was talking to Alfyne. I sent you on an important mission
Yeah.
to go get
Yep. To go get Ishmael Ishmako
Israel.
Israel.
the blacksmith, right?
The
blacksmith.
dude with many names.
Yeah. So he went to go get the blacksmith. Please explain how you get the blacksmith.
Well, so they didn't think I could do it, but I did it with a handful of words. I just said, "Yo, there's gonna be booze, food, and fucking Twister." And he was like, "What's that?" I go, "Guy, come on! There's gonna be people, and we're gonna play Twister." And
He invented twist.
I invented Twister, and then I did some magic little colored circles on the floor, and I had the barkeep.
And the DM made a fucking chart.
Yes.
Yeah. I
So you
made
could
the-
roll dice on
Listen, I made the DM make a Twister chart.
And I played. Ward and I played Twister, and then I crushed him. Literally crushed him physically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again.
So Twister is now a thing.
Twister's now a thing in our world.
I love it.
You're welcome.
The DM
And,
has that chart on handy because we'll get there. It happens again.
Yes.
Mm.
So,
Oz decides to go pamper himself a little bit.
yeah, he decides he needs to go take a bath. A cold bath. A really cold bath, because he couldn't get with, you know, the hot guy.
Cold bath.
Yeah, cold bath. It's specifically
Like the
cold.
shoulder you got from your bow.
Yeah, that's...
Pretty cold. Like the armor of Agathis that wraps your soul.
And then what happens?
And I started hearing shit outside. That was the end of session. So, it was a while before, not a really long while. It was about 4 days. Oz had to be, you know, naked waiting for the next session. Because we had a surprise session. Because we bullied the DM into it. Because that's what we do.
But what did Oz see before we ended that session?
Well, he looked out the window. He didn't...
Oh yeah, no. We heard hooves.
Yeah, that was-
Specifically heard
yeah.
hooves outside, and then the DM ended the session.
Yeah.
Because of the frustration,
Cold with a D, yeah.
we got a
Cold.
wonderful drawing that is now in my private bank.
It's it became because
and we
I
skipped the
said
gaslighting and
that,
shit. I like this. Let's
fuck
just
you.
keep skipping right
Now,
over all this
you
stuff.
know what? We're
You're
gonna
not
talk about
talking.
this. We're gonna talk about this
No.
because Ward likes to gaslight.
You missed the
Oz.
fact where I almost walked on the dwarf masturbating. You
Oh
missed
shit!
the
We forgot to
gaslighting.
tell.
That's
We
is
gave
that this
Stilby.
session?
It was the whole thing.
We already
yeah.
gave Stilby the porn. We
Oh
gave the Stilby the
yeah,
porn.
so we gave
As soon as we
Stilby
got
porn.
back, the dwarf I gave him that halfling porn that I found, and then he whacked it like nobody's
Oh
business.
my god! Close the
whacked
door
it
immediately.
So much. It was like we could hear it. It was so bad.
Alfyne gave him the whiskey.
That was the night that I threw up because he gave me the warm milk.
Yes.
That was that night.
Yep.
Yeah, so
I
what
was
happened
laughing so
is
hard I
So we
cried.
gave the dwarf halfling porn, and he
Yes.
spends the next 3 fucking days whacking it.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's drunk as fuck too.
I turned into a tiny spider, and I was kind of floating around looking to get in some trouble.
Oh, okay, Alyssa.
And so I go into Stilby the dwarf's room, and I watch the porn handoff, and I go, I think I'm gonna leave. And it's good because I could have been there watching dwarf whack it.
Also, I'm remembering now all of the things that we've skipped that Ward has done so far. He's made Oz's armor smell like bacon multiple times.
Yep.
Yes.
He
And
has
then,
spied on us as a tiny spider.
yes. And he tried to convince the innkeep that I was on a diet, that
Every
I couldn't
morning.
eat meat. Every morning. He tried a different type of diet that I said that I was on. And he keeps trying to gaslight us. So he'll change my armor to smell like bacon, and then we'll go down to talk to Alfyne about it. He'll go up and change it so it doesn't smell like bacon, so she goes up and she doesn't smell the bacon.
Oh yeah, so the DM picture, Crab's DM picture, is still be whacking it to halfling porn.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true.
Right there.
That's actually true. But actually, it says the DM notes, so it's not actually halfling porn in that. He's whacking it to the
We
DM
don't know
notes.
that
Yeah.
there isn't halfling porn. in the
It's
DM.
probably-
There probably is
It
halfling
probably
porn in
is.
the DM
It
notes.
probably is. He has descriptions for each of those.
Again,
characters.
not to speak ill of the
Um,
dead. Not surprised.
So, yeah. So, alright. Well, we finished that session with the fucking skeletal.
The hooves.
So,
Session 8.
session 8. This is about
8 or 9 p.m., which is way too early for these skeletons.
They show up. Obviously, we didn't do our job. We
And
double
they're
secured
angry.
this.
Oi.
It is an entire session of combat. 3 hours.
It's combat.
4 skeleton horsebacked that were leading
We
everything.
had, what, 44 total mobs?
44 total skeletons
Yeah,
in
so
the mobs.
44 fucking mobs.
Listen, to be fair,
Right?
we did about as good a job as possible.
They were focusing on the inn, the blacksmiths, the potionsmith, and
The leather workers.
which we had never met before.
But I feed those leather workers from cues from the DM because it's not subtle.
Turns out the big boys on the horses can spawn skeletons with their swords. So during the fight, Alfyne is up on the 2nd floor casting from a window.
Emil jumps out the fucking window.
To fight.
Yeah, he just fucking flips out the window.
Turns out he's a cleric, which we've been
Yeah,
we've been trying to figure out what he was for the
Right, we've been
longest
arguing
time.
about it. Whether it
By
was
the way,
like,
he's part druid.
no, he wasn't.
They both stack wisdom. Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yep.
So he was
We don't want past tense talking about.
fuck himself.
We'll get there.
So he flips out the fucking window and jumps outside, casts fucking, turn on dead and fucking wrecks a bunch of shit. And then
Warding wind, I think, was the wall of
yeah, he did that. He did that in the middle. He did that in the middle. So it turns out that, so mind you, Oz's domain is nature. He's a fucking tempest. Thor, right? Thunder, lightning, tempest, that sort of shit. He's the nature domain. Turns out Familius too. He's a cleric of that shit.
And-
Not. Anyway.
Crab never actually. Crab said you found out part of what he is,
Nah,
so that might be
fuck no.
true.
I really hope
Listen.
not. Because I will never hear the other
Clerics
day.
can't make good bear.
He probably got it from somewhere else. Anyway. So.
To be fair, he didn't say he cast it. He said he pulled it out.
Yes.
So you ate a good berry from his ass.
Like his pants. Just so you got some pant berries. Were they good? Did they fill you up
So,
with all the nutrition you needed for 24 hours?
Filled something up.
that's what Oz was hoping for.
Dead ass.
That's what Oz was hoping for! I didn't want to keep making this joke. Yeah, no, Oz ends up jumping out the window after Ward goes, and he's in the downstairs window and trying to, like...
Keep them from coming into the inn and getting
and
to
so
me.
The Lord is
wrecks
kicking
some
some
shit.
serious ass.
Yeah, no, he was doing some good job of, like, making some space.
Don't fucking judge me, watch.
Yeah, well, it's gonna fucking judge you. So,
You can still hit your activity goal. Fuck off.
no, we can't.
It depends on how hard you wank it.
With that hand.
Yeah.
Offhand. No.
Yeah, well, still we have to switch hands, so
I
can you.
use. No, he said he didn't switch hands. He said
No,
it's weird.
one arm ended up way more jacked.
Yeah, he said it's weird to use the other hand. Anyway, those are the small details that I remember.
Because then I made the stranger joke about your tail.
And then I made the joke about my tail, and you seemed interested.
Yeah, I did.
But Oz didn't notice. So, good job. Anyway, Ward's making space, and he's doing a really good job of protecting the other houses. And, Emil's doing a good job of protecting the other houses. Oz jumps out a 2nd story window and fucking Thors it to the 1st floor.
Yeah,
because he
badass.
takes his fucking 2-handed silver
Wait a
hammer
minute.
and just wham.
If you jumped out a
Thunder.
window and then thunder happened,
We jumped out a
Did you-
window.
No, I did not
yourself?
hit you myself.
I think
That's
you.
not a thing.
I mean, if it was accompanied by thunder, we know Thor is a fan of the.
It was actually. Because
So-
you smited.
Yeah,
I did.
he threw himself out a window.
I didn't actually have to smite. He gave me the thunder damage.
Yep,
Oh,
yelled
yeah.
yeets
I did not yell.
mentally,
I didn't.
spiritually.
I didn't.
And then thunder.
I didn't.
So a bunch of fighting happens.
A bunch of fighting happens.
A few skeletons make it into the 1st floor of the inn.
The ward is distracted by that.
And this badass motherfucker
Level
cook,
0. Level 0.
Level 0 cook runs up to the skeleton and
With a
whacks
fucking
him across
frying
the head
pan.
with a frying pan.
He just takes the frying pan and just whack.
He gives
And
him
then
the old
immediately regrets
Paladin
his
1-2
decision.
right there.
Yeah. And then he disengages and then tries to run away the next round.
No, and then he gets fucked.
Well, he ran away first.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Because
So
then you prompted all the opportunity attacks as a wolf.
right,
Trying to make sure
Yeah.
he could get away. And so he went and hid, but he didn't hide well enough that one
Yep.
of the skeletons didn't
Yep.
find him later. Well, so I was taking out the big guys outside, and
They ended up going for a pouch in the blacksmith's.
right. Ward ended up doing a really good job of keeping them in the blacksmith's area, And I summoned my horse during all of
Because
this.
you cast fucking
Spike growth.
Spike Crow. No, but
Anyway,
what
they
was the
kept
other
hitting
one?
me. I
Erupting
went down to
Earth.
4 and 3 and 2 a lot. Ward actually was pretty good at healing. He kept me up.
Hashtag healing spirit.
But he ended
Y'all know
up.
what I'm talking about.
Overpowered as
He ended up inside the inn, distracted by a bunch of things and losing his concentration. And so I was outside. Camille was outside.
You were at like 1 health for the longest time.
I wasn't at 1 health until I ran for him.
You were at like 4 or something.
I provoked 3 attacks of opportunity to get to that bitch.
So
Yeah.
Oz was in the 20s.
So
Decided to get pegged.
Yeah.
He loves being
So
pegged.
Famil goes down.
Famil goes down, and he's surrounded.
Not the sexy kind.
Surrounded.
No.
And so Oz provokes 3 attacks of opportunity, taking down the big guys for the most part. These things have gone feral. And so he provokes 3 attacks of opportunity. They don't have a huge chance of hitting him, but the DM has leveled up all of these so that they can hit somebody with a 22 fucking AC.
And his dice were rolling hot as fuck that
So
night.
because he scaled them up to hit somebody with a 22 AC, they're going to hit Famil every single time. So Oz fucking books it for Famil.
Ends up at 1 HP.
He ends up at 1 HP, and he puts 15 out of his 20 points of lay on hands into Famil.
He gets up.
He gets up, and then it was the skeletons.
And it was tub thumping.
And then the skeletons brought back out and caused him to miss 2 death saves.
Yep, so
and
he
then,
got hit, took 2 death saves,
and then it was immediately his time.
and
But
the
his final.
DM rolled
One of
out
my
in the
dice,
open.
which I had been rolling 1s and 2s on all fucking night.
and rolls in the open and gets a 2. And Famil bursts into starlight, leaving his
Kind of emo, if you ask me, but
Yeah.
you know, I'm with it.
leaving his effects behind.
Except for his armor.
And,
He's just naked with armor now.
and no berries
No worries.
for you to enjoy the summer months.
So
So
we continue fighting.
Oz at 1 hit point. Ward is dealing with the stuff inside. And then they run outside to try to save Oz because he's about to get slammed by about 10 of these fuckers. Because that's what about was left. And
Yeah, there was like not a lot.
they knock him off of Oz, and the Talbuck helps. And
We end up getting the pouch.
yep, and then well, the Talbuck had the pouch.
Talbot got the pouch.
That
Yep.
the Talbuck had the pouch.
With
But
5 gems in it.
Yep, we'll get to that. But yeah, Oz just keeps fighting. He just keeps running to the door and just starts smashing at things. And with 1 hit point, he goes down
Ends up getting hit from behind.
as Ward shifts into something else. So Oz is on the ground now.
Alfyne freaks the fuck out and uses Tau.
Help!
Yeah, uses Tau to use her own version of Healing Hands to bring Oz back up, aka the help button.
Yeah, it's the oh shit
The
button.
help button.
It's the oh shit button.
So Tau flies down and nuzzles Oz and gets him to wake up, and we end up clearing out the rest of the skeletons. Now, one of the big dudes on horseback, his sword ended up falling when he died and shattering, and 1 piece ended up being in just the right shape to be a dagger.
Mhm.
What does Ward do?
He picks up the fucking cursed item, doesn't he?
Well, we didn't know it was cursed.
Picks it up, and it immediately attunes to him, and he cannot drop it.
But I do.
But you end up giving it to Alfyne and taking 4
Permanent loss of 4 hit points.
permanent loss of 4 hit points to his max health.
Yep.
And Alfyne attunes to it.
What's it called?
If you check out the D&D Beyond overlay,
Hey, shit,
I had
D&D
to-
Beyond.
Listen, the DM didn't give me a name, so I gave you a name. I feel like
it
it's decent.
is the Shard of Conscription.
I thought that was a decent name for it.
So,
Close to Shard.
I hate you.
Yeah, so you can see on the D&D Beyond overlay, you can see armor class, all primary
Crab
skills,
said yo.
and the primary attacks, as well as attuned items and
That's damn
proficiencies.
good.
It's not a bad name.
It's not.
Thank you.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yo, that's damn good. So yeah, and she ends up attuning to it overnight,
That's what
and
I saw on
Oz
Reddit
stays up.
videos.
Oz becomes a Disney princess because he stays downstairs all night with his Talbuck, and Alfyne makes
That's
Tau
true.
stay with him. So he ends up sleeping.
Well, he's done all the fucking sacrifices, hasn't he?
He ends up staying up all night as a Disney princess.
Yeah, no, he has got a fucking owl and a fucking horse-looking thing, and he just kind of sits there and stays God the entire time. And plans funeral for his friend that he found out was a cleric of his fucking order, basically.
Gathers up his clothes and the ring that he had been wearing that
which
shattered.
is broken. Yep.
Next session, which is the last session to recap, and the last session that we played.
Yes.
My first note says thick.
Yes. Thick.
So if any of you saw the sneak peek, that happened last session. We went outside, and there was a whole massive forest, essentially, that had grown from where Camille had fallen.
Really thick grass.
Really thick.
100-yard radius around where
Thick
Camille
grass.
died.
Thanks.
So we end up visiting that, and Alfyne ends up using mending on the ring. And it turns out there's a poem inside in Elvish.
Well, was it Elvish?
I'm pretty sure it was Elvish.
No, Celestial.
No, it was Celestial.
Yeah.
Only you could read it, so.
It was in Celestial, and it ended up being a poem about nature.
Some Lord Byron bullshit.
So we end up going to Camille's room. And
Ward finds a hat.
Ward
has a
finds
hat
his
fetish,
new
by the way.
favorite thing.
Ward has a hat fetish.
Yeah, so Ward now has a captain's hat.
Yep.
A
Nun's habit.
There was one other hat too, though.
A fedora. He is fedora.
Yep.
And so now he finds another hat.
I hate it so much.
It's a magical hat.
He finds a hat of disguises.
It fucking kill me.
Best thing that Ward ever could. So he immediately impersonates Stilby and runs downstairs doing the best impression of him.
Yeah.
I almost made a sale.
Yeah.
No,
Tries to sell the innkeeper all of Stilby's merchandise.
which Stilby's already sold in.
And then Stilby ends up coming downstairs.
Yep.
And we have a veritable Spider-Man moment.
Yeah, no, it was a thing.
While Oz is upstairs mourning.
Yeah, Oz is having a bad day.
We end up getting a big mahogany box from Stilby.
Yep.
The size of a baby coffin is described.
Yeah, it was described as the size of a baby coffin, which is fucked, mate. That is a fucked way to describe a box.
You could fit like 19 baby knuckles in that bitch.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just saying, at least 19. Probably fit way more in there.
We end up, Oz takes some time at the bench that was in the forest, essentially.
Yeah.
While we go and get the box and all of that. We give Camille a service in the church.
Yeah, I'll go over to the church, and I'll find some Mary in the church, and I'll kind of do something outside where, you know, the water hits nice at about 5 p.m. I listen.
And we end up making a grave marker and things like that. And as we leave, it turns out some flowers grow over the grave, and Ward says...
I didn't do that one.
Yeah.
Which Alfyne goes, what do you mean, that one?
I didn't do that
I was
one.
questioned, but then he just kind of let it go.
Turns out Ward was really nice and is the one who made that forest where Camille fell.
Yo, Druid shit, son.
So we give Camille service, and then that night, Alfyne kind of tries to convince everybody to drink to Camille's memory. So we all, hang out down at the inn, we drink, everybody ends up playing Twister again. We go upstairs to go get Stilby, and there's some kerfuffle and rustle up in his room. Alfyne's the one to go get him. And so Alfyne's like, hey, so downstairs we're having a party, we're drinking to Camille's memory, yada yada yada. And he's like, okay, give me a second. And Alfyne's like, no, we're going downstairs now. Okay, well, hold on just 1 second. No, we're going downstairs. So Stilby goes downstairs, and Alfyne's curious because she heard the wardrobe close. So she goes inside and opens the wardrobe, and there's a naked halfling in the wardrobe.
A lady.
A naked lady halfling in the wardrobe. So she looks at the halfling and goes, I will never speak of this. I'm going to leave. Goodbye. Closes the wardrobe. Leaves the room. Goes downstairs. Sits next to Oz and tells him what happens.
This is the whole campaign, by the way. This is what we're talking about.
Yep. So they're playing Twister. We're making fun of Stilby. And it turns... somebody comes down the stairs. Regular human height, but kind of teetering in a long cloak. And immediately exits. And we're like, dude, what? And Stilby's like, there's 2 of them. They're stacked on top of each other.
Actually, Ward noticed.
Oh, yeah.
because I noticed everything.
There's 2 of them stacked on top of each other.
2 halflings in a trench coat.
Yeah, it was 2 halflings in a trench coat and one's a dude.
Turns out one's a dude.
From
that's
the
fine.
brothel of halflings.
Down the road.
Oz would not judge
You
this.
gave him a kink. Like, he didn't
I did.
have this kink.
Well, I think I mentioned something about the book, and he's like, "Oh shit, I should have taken some ideas from the book."
No, he goes, where do you think I learned it? And then he went, man, I should have taken more ideas from it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Alfyne kind of pokes some fun at him for that. Oh, yeah. No, the next morning, too, Alfyne went to go hug Oz, and Oz had thrown on his plate armor without throwing his clothes on underneath. So he had a crop top going on.
No, that was the previous morning, because he had not put his clothes on before he put on his armor for the
So
thing.
Alfyne kind of poked his belly and went, at least he had a good view.
Yeah, that was her comment to make him feel better about his,
It worked
crush
a little
dying.
bit.
He was a little bit. He was like, why?
And then fucking Crank's red ribbon is a fucking thing now.
Yeah, that is.
Because the innkeep's name is Crankor.
Yeah.
So Crank's red ribbon is a fucking thing.
It is a thing.
Because he brews his own beer.
Yep. Beer.
So we end up, partying the night away.
Sort of.
And it was sort of trying to make people feel better. Oz ends up going upstairs and finally getting some fucking sleep.
Yeah, he just goes.
So then the next morning we wake up, we go downstairs and try and get some breakfast and whatever.
So,
and
Oz had asked, Ward had come into Oz's room. And Oz had asked him, well, since you're here, can you get a minute? Could you help me move some armor? I'd like to move those 2 things, the horse armor and my old armor. And Ward just kind of looks at him and says, I'm strong enough to move this shit. And, yeah, go ahead. Hey, what's watching table? So he says, you think I'm strong enough to move this shit? And I was like, oh, fine, I'll get it later. So he goes downstairs, and he's all, like, disheveled and shit. Now, Oz takes great care of his pants. You don't know that. He's super disheveled. And, he goes down to go get some coffee. And all of a sudden they hear, clank, 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 all the way down the stairs. And, Ward's trying to drag Oz's armor, or Oz's horse armor. Not his regular armor, his horse armor, downstairs. And, yeah, he's making a huge noise of it. So Oz goes to go help him, and they open the door. And the
Camille's chest is sitting in the doorway with burn marks on it.
Yep.
With a note on top that reads in
Well, there you
Abyssal, "Your gods are dead." Signed, Alice.
Which is actually all the letters in Alfyne.
Yes. All I'm gonna say.
Just saying.
All I'm gonna say.
Slam piece of it.
If that bitch wanted Oz's attention, all she had to do was ask.
So the last thing we did before the session ended was carry the chest about 30 feet away from the inn. And Alfyne had cast Detect Magic. Didn't find anything magical about the chest. And before we could do anything more, the DM ended the session. Because this seemed like a great place for him to start the stream.
Yeah.
So we'll be starting next week's stream with trying to figure out what the fuck is up with that box.
What's in the box? I've been sending like dick in a
What's
box.
in the box?
Yeah, I've been sending dick in a box gifts and like a corgi in a box and like all sorts of shit going on
It's been
all
fun.
week. So I apologize in advance. Oz is a bit off from what he normally is. He's usually a chipper fella.
Puppy.
It's a puppy.
Puppy.
Yeah.
Puppy.
Confirmed.
It's a puppy.
Yeah, he just said it's puppy.
Yep.
It's a puppy. So yeah. So that's where we are.
A hound puppy.
Where hopefully that didn't bore you all too
He did
death.
send us a picture of a hound.
He did.
Oh,
Shit.
He did. He just had a hellhound. Blank dog. Fucking blank dog.
Hellpupper.
And Ward checked over the chest and he didn't hear anything moving around. He didn't see any traps or anything. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
But, either way, if you want to retcon that, I'm looking at you.
Crab, is there anything, while you're in chat, is there anything that you would like to add that we missed? I know you weren't really in it for the entire time. Anything of importance that you would like to point out?
Would you like to apologize for anything? I can't even do that.
I've been yelling at him. You broke Oz for the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, Oz maybe shouldn't be so easy to break.
I won't apologize for art. So, any questions?
No, the porn was fine.
Right.
The whole porn segment was great. Alright, more that.
Horror campaign.
The whole campaign.
We've been dying laughing this
So
entire
here's
time.
the thing.
Are there any ward shenanigans that we missed that you would like to point out?
Ward shenanigans.
Pocket bacon.
I mean, okay, listen. If you
That's
grow
okay.
up without a home or food, you kind of pack food away. So Ward has pocket bacon for
Every morning.
pocket bacon. So
Yeah, no, some of it's really old. He has to make con saves sometimes.
make them all the time.
Your gross con save potion that we got from LizTheBard?
Yeah, it's an acid resistance con save bullshit. I don't know. The DM has yet to tell me what it is. So I just marked
One of
it.
us just has to chug it.
You should chug it. Yeah.
Have fun.
I think Alfyne should do it.
I'm not touching it. Okay, listen, I already
Hey,
have
you know,
some
you
issues.
just stand near me. Just stand near me. You get a plus, whatever, now.
I've rolled some shitty health fucking shit. There was a point where Oz specifically saw something that made him really deja vu.
When I made myself, I'm like, hey, I wonder if this is what my dad would look like. And I made myself look like an older version.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Oz
And
apparently you've
Oz-
seen something like that before.
Oz said it looked familiar, so Oz is my little brother now.
So yeah, Ward used the Hat of Disguises to make himself look older, and Oz seemed to feel very deja vu about it.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
yeah.
And
That
I
was the
failed
thing.
that roll. He had
Yeah.
me roll it too.
Yeah, you failed.
Yeah.
You failed the roll. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, here, spoilers for all the viewers at home. Ward has shenanigans planned.
I
Help
know,
me.
I'm excited.
All I'm saying is help
I
me.
never knew that
Guys,
your hand
help
looked
me.
like that, or I would have asked about it.
Travel shenanigans. Oh, he also has a very expensive necklace on. Like,
Well,
he looks
that,
like
yeah.
shit, and he's got this very
She
expensive
doesn't care
necklace.
about the necklace. She wouldn't. She would have commented on your hand.
Yeah, the hand's kind of purpley.
Yeah, I don't think I ever remember you describing
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The hand and then the necklace are the things that would really be like, what's
Well,
wrong with you?
yeah, she wouldn't care about the necklace.
Yeah, there are definitely ward shenanigans coming. Because we're gonna have to travel. There's gonna be travel ward shenanigans.
Yeah.
You guys might die.
Oh, good.
Probably.
I mean, specifically because of the
I'm
shenanigans.
a level 6 wizard with 25 health. I'm fucked.
I want you to know that a dire wolf has.
Yeah.
No. Legitimately, Oz has shit for hit points considering his class. Because he's gonna roll like shit.
I have something like 140.
Well, if you
I
count all
don't
yours.
want to hear it about health.
All I'm saying, Alfyne,
Yeah, not everyone has a
is
21
Oz
AC. Fucking the rest
will
of us.
go down.
Yeah, he will.
Because you're taking...
No.
I mean, that too.
Promise?
Do your best Murloc impersonation right
No.
now.
Fucking get it! Fucking get it!
So, in a previous campaign, there were fish people, and all they did was make that noise. On top of that, that was Crab's text tone for the longest time. I wish I could clip.
Haha. Suck it.
Yeah, what to look for next week?
We're just gonna make
A
Murloc
full
noises.
60 seconds of Murloc impressions.
So, I mean, yeah, that's what's up for.
That's what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, Oz is gonna be a whiny little bitch because every day Oz is. I have seen no changes.
We're working on it.
No,
working
Excuse
on
me.
it.
I haven't. Listen, this is how I've seen Oz.
Listen,
the whole
no,
time.
Oz is in business mode now.
Oz is like, oh, you should not be shenaniganing, Ward. Like,
Listen, Oz is
Oz
gonna
has
get
been
back
trying
to
to be-
shit-talking priest soon.
Oz has gotten everyone in this fucking town killed, basically.
Yep.
That is how Oz feels right now. So Oz is in
bitch mode.
oh, my boyfriend who doesn't even like me to exist died. Oh, what was me? That's what I have to live with.
What?
That's what I have to deal with. I just want to know.
Why? Is this what you'll have to live with?
It's just, that's not even what I
Oi.
sound like. Please tell me it's not what I sound like.
Hugh Jackman, oi.
That's not what. No.
That's a little Connery.
Yeah,
but-
it's like, no, it's not even. That's not even.
Anywho,
Not even.
just look forward to more hashtag just word things.
Yep.
Help me.
Uh,
Save me. Someone. Anyone.
Alfyne will be emo.
Alfyne's.
And,
You
body
made
there.
her that way.
and script her own spells with blood.
Yeah, well, that's very.
I
emo.
cannot wait to see what happens with Blight.
I'm not
Oz will
excited for that.
cry because a
Yeah.
squirrel will die somewhere.
It's probably gonna be his fault too.
So, I mean, come for the wards, stay for the others. I mean,
Any questions we can answer? Any
Yep,
thoughts?
yep,
Anything you would like to see?
I think,
Wow.
first of all, question that really bothering me, I think Alfyne would like to know, is Oz boxers or briefs?
Well, he answered that. It's
He
boxers.
answered that. This is a really pink picture of Oz. I
Oh,
really
goodness.
need to fix that.
The one on the stream.
Okay.
How many
God,
people
my
have
face.
shat themselves?
The shat total,
Okay, so some of that isn't shitting, some of that's pissing and vomiting.
Yeah.
irrelevant. It's all the same.
Bodily expulsions.
All seen overall
9.5 shits to 11 no shits.
Okay. I
So-
want to see an overalls episode.
No, Crab, you fucking dick. I want to let you know, I gave you that shit. I already gave you that shit, and you've hit every single one of those fucking boxes.
Yeah,
you
that first
fucking
season
cock.
was fuck with Oz season.
What are
Every
everyone's
single
fears?
one of them.
I love you, Alyssa. Mud and hardware. I mean,
That's
get
also
ready for
fan
it, 'cause
service.
that's next session.
I mean, Ward can wear overalls.
He could.
Alyssa?
Just-
Lisa, Mud and Hard Work. I just think that Muddy Oz is still kind of a hot Oz, so you know.
Oh,
that's fine.
absolutely.
Ward and Justin's fears are the same. They're being alone.
Oh, that sucks to be you, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
It does.
Yep.
No. See.
Kinda hot, very hot.
Oh no.
Don't make me pull this picture up.
Are you gonna pull the fucking picture
It's
up?
porn.
Not quite porn.
There
Everything's covered.
is pubics.
I'm Dally.
There's some happy trail.
There's a little bit of happy trail.
That would
Anyway.
be pubics.
You know, DM her. She'll get you the picture.
I'll send you the picture, Alyssa. It's fucking hot.
He is Connor. But anyway, are you just?
I'm sending it now. I don't give a shit.
Oh shit, she's already doing that. That is the thing that's
Just
happening
to
right
listen.
now. Yeah. Oh, I mean, he close enough. He's a paladin. But alright. Well, yeah. No, I literally sent Crab all of Oz's
There you go,
like
Alyssa.
major fears, and he ticked them off within 6 sections. Fuck everyone else.
Yeah, this season was fuck with Oz season.
Season. It was 6 fucking sessions. He got
9.
everything.
9.
No, within 6 sessions, he got everything.
Fair.
The first 3 were like, okay, this
Yeah.
sucks. But like,
So if Ward went and worked on a farm, that'd be super unfair.
Yeah.
yeah. it really
You are the
I'd
farm.
be like, "Oof, okay, what now?
To be fair, Alyssa, I used to work on a farm. I used to be a manager of a farm, you know. Sun's out, guns out. Excuse me.
I was helping you out. Oh, in the background.
Not doing much.
It's
It's
not.
not. It's because
We need a little more.
I'm
Alright,
working on it.
You need protein shakes.
I do.
So yeah.
Well.
Any other ridiculous listener we forgot to
I mean,
mention?
No, I mean, I feel like some of the stuff will come up as it
Stupid
comes
bullshit.
up.
there's tons of stupid.
Oh, there's absolutely tons.
If you like horror and stupid bullshit, we die laughing.
We're talking in Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, it's kind of going that direction.
Stan and Ward of the Dead.
Yeah.
Say Ward.
Ward of the Dead.
We've already acknowledged that Ward's... Well, Oz has already acknowledged that Ward's better than him. Giving him a fucking complex.
and a great dislike for bacon.
Yeah, no, actually fucking hates bacon at this point. It's been 6 days and he fucking hates bacon.
Hey DM, I turned his bacon armor into bacon again. Just so you know when we
It
start
is
the next
striking
one.
a good balance. It's been awesome.
Yeah. So the streams will be Fridays.
Fridays at 7 p.m. Actually, it seemed to work out really well starting at 7.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I'll probably try to get, food done a little sooner. Because, I am the,
Good night, Alyssa. So,
Good night, thanks for
Alyssa,
joining us.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday nights. We will be streaming the games,
Right
and
here.
it
on
will
this
be
channel.
VODs on Twitch right here on this channel. The VODs will be on Twitch, and I'll also be uploading the VODs on YouTube on Sundays. So before you go, just keep that in mind. Okay, bye.
I love you. I don't know you, but I love you. Oh, yeah, hi. Yeah. So I think that's, it. I think we covered just...
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like roleplay, we get into character pretty
Yeah.
easily.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you
So-
can't tell.
When I'm not dying laughing, because Alfyne does not laugh nearly as much as I do.
A little bit of
We make so pretty much every episode. Whoever gets to make the DM spit out his drink gets inspiration.
Yes, when we get crab, we get inspiration for it. It's great.
Yep, and it happens.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Very good, very good. Yeah.
Yeah, the stream's got it's gonna have a little bit of everything. A lot of roleplay.
A lot of roleplay.
Fair amount of battle.
Lots of battle.
Exploration.
Yep.
The party already knows each other, which I think is awesome. So there isn't going to be that awkwardness.
We don't really have that awkwardness to begin with
Ooh,
anyway.
yeah,
We just kind of like
we
swung
settled
into
into our characters a lot.
I think it helped that Ward was
Giggly
Ward,
bitch.
and you know.
Oh yeah.
He's a giggly bitch. And Oz is just so fucking friendly. He's just like, yeah, you're my best friend now. It's fun. And then everybody dies.
And I love the fact that we're all in the same room. So.
Yeah, come see a D&D stream like you've never seen before, because there's 4 of us.
No one else that does it.
In one room.
Nobody. Nope.
No,
Not one.
There's not one.
Not a single one.
No famous
I don't know what
D&D
you're talking
streams
about.
are with everyone in the same room.
I'm not familiar.
I can't think of one.
You know what? There's no other ones though that the girls think that sleeves are bullshit too. Like it's
That's not. Yep.
Nobody else
nothing-
uses
nobody
that
else uses
D&D
that.
Beyond overlay. That's
Nobody
fucking
does that.
cool.
And there's definitely no character like Ward that might be a bard.
No. Nope.
Nope.
None of that.
Nope.
Nope.
100% fresh.
That's
Don't
been
sue us.
We love you. You know who I'm talking to. Marisha. I'd marry her. I think Matt's kind of got that locked down, but you know.
But yeah, you know.
The chair! I fucking knew the chair was a thing.
Everyone dies.
Fucking chair. How many legs was that fucking chair?
12.
Something's up with the fucking. I'm telling you.
It's the fucking chair. The chair's the
Avantgarde
big bad.
is suspicious as fuck.
No. The chair's the big bad evil
He's
one.
the chair.
He's the chair.
Dude, they're
He
in
was
on
the
it
chair the
together.
whole time. He was the chair.
I'm telling you, the
You
big
know
bad
what?
evil guy is when Avantgarde sits in the chair and it turns into fucking Megatron.
He. The chair's
Optimus
actually.
Prime!
Roll
The chair is actually. The chair is actually. Penny's
Don't
mom.
give me ideas.
Penny's mom. The
Optimus.
chair.
That means he fucked the chair.
He fucked
Okay,
the
listen, the
chair.
chair is actually 2 halflings in a trench coat.
Is that why it was sticky?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the melted corpse.
Fucking
has nothing
touch
to do with
that shit.
Nope. It was semen.
He was in on it.
It was literally. Takes peg leg to a whole new.
There's some holes in it that we couldn't see
Yeah,
because
no.
the body was on it. It's fine.
I saw it.
That means he fucked the chair.
He fucked the chair. The chair he's been fucked. Alright?
Oi, he fucked the chair. Oi,
Why do you have to do this to me?
crikey.
That's not, I never
We
say
need to
fucking.
run the bot. I can't run the bot.
There is no bot. We are real people.
I can't move my computer out here. Like, I'd love to, but can't.
And either way, that's on mine.
Yeah. So yeah. So it'll be fun. Everyone come, and giggle a little. Watch some professional level D&D stuff. I'll tell you what. There's no higher quality.
We'll see if that works, Crab. I'm not sure if it has to be on the same machine, but we can try.
Well, I'm gonna give it a go, and I hope you guys can join us, and I hope it'll be fun.
It'll be a fucking blast. I can promise you that.
I'm sorry that I'm gonna be an emo bitch, but like, I'm not. I am.
Also, Crab, you left me with this shitty tripod. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, it's
13.
fine. I actually tied it together with some string and a hair tie. It's fine.
We're not joking.
No, I'm not. I actually, like, it's actually being held up with some string and a hair tie. I did a very good job of that. I'll
You
take a
did
picture
very
of.
good job.
Yeah, I'll take a picture and send it to you. I think you'll appreciate.
Did you see that picture though? What picture?
Which one?
Oh yes. I don't know if he sent it to you guys. He got a picture of the night sky because he had that tripod. Like out there in Utah, and it's fucking insane.
I mean, he could have just put the camera on the ground.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, but
I don't
like,
fucking know.
I mean,
now
you
we're
have a
tying
table.
strings together.
He had to pack and bring a fucking tripod to Utah from here.
You know what else works at table?
Oh, are you gonna carry a table?
I'm
Like a
sure there were
folding
some
one,
there.
a park little like picnic.
I had a
table?
little tiny tripod at one point, like kind of like that for like a camera. I don't know what the fuck it ran.
We're good though. We'll have the other one back, and we're not going to use it for much else at this point. So if you guys don't mind,
I give a shit.
yeah.
Shit.
Production value
Actually,
will
it'd
be
be nice.
increasing as we get more money.
Yeah, production value be increasing as we get more time, so I don't rush through the art. And Oz won't
The
look
art
pink.
is beautiful. Fuck off.
Oz looks pink. Fix that.
Well, you've been a little busy.
Oh, it's fine. I've been trying to chug through, and then I made a ditto face. Anyway.
Heather, who are
Yes.
you? Where can we find you? When can we find you?
My name is ThunderBirdPaints. You can find me on Twitch just about every day except for Saturdays and Thursdays, because I take Thursdays off because I run my own D&D game. Otherwise you can find me on Twitter at TBirdPaints, online www.thunderbirdpaints.com, or on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, whatever your preference is.
They're all linked on your Twitch page, right?
They are all linked on my Twitch page. Come on and find me.
Taco, who are you? Where can we find you? When the fuck can we find you?
TacoVonDutch is the handle. You can't really find me anywhere because I don't stream. But occasionally I will stream me playing Bloodborne because I've done it twice. It's twitch.tv/TacoVonDutch.
I just linked it.
Yeah, I have a Twitter. I can't remember my name for the life of me because I don't really use it. But you can find me.
Justin.
You can find me in Liz's Discord.
We're getting there.
You can find me there.
And because he is not here, because he abandoned us,
He died.
He died, yep.
Yeah, no, and I'm mad at him.
Our lovely DM, Time for Crab, he is going to be streaming, as far as he's told me, on Monday nights. He's taking my old time slot.
He's actually taking the time slot of Wheel of Fortune. Well,
Motherfucker.
Monday nights at 7.
Yep.
Just saying.
He's going to be streaming. I think he just got the Outlast series, so
I'm
he's
so excited for that.
He's into the horror games that I can't play.
It sounds like he's into
so
penises.
Yeah, you know what? He's a little into dicks. There's actually a picture of him grabbing Oz's ass.
Yes.
Which, you know what?
Oh my god.
That one
That
can
should
go
be
online.
the BRB.
It
That
is.
should
It's
be
in my
on BRB.
Discord.
Yeah, no, that one
That
will
should
be
be the
online.
BRB screen.
That should be. BRB grab. Well,
Sliggity swooty.
we're coming. No, that should be the end stream.
Yes.
That's gonna be the end stream. Yeah.
Yup.
No, I'm with it.
And then me, I am LizTheBard. You can find me here. I stream Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. and now this on Friday nights at 7 p.m. I just set up a YouTube for all the VODs for this, so if you want to catch up, if you miss it, if you want to watch last week's season before the next week, you can find that all there. It's linked all down below. Join the Discord. It is just as funny and loving and amazing as my chat and this game. Taco is in there, Heather's in there, Crab's in there, and a slew of other awesome people. So definitely check that out. If you click on the Discord panel below, it'll automatically invite you. Also, just to pimp it out, I started streaming with Extra Life. Extra Life is a charity made up of gamers who use their gaming time to raise money for local sick kids. Because I am in the southern New Hampshire area, I'm raising money for Boston Children's Hospital. And it is a hospital that services nation and international and all of that. So every dollar, dime, cent that gets donated to the Extra Life panel and page below goes to the kids at Boston Children's Hospital. On top of that, 50% of what I take in on the channel, whether it's through subscriptions, bits, merch sales, anything like that, half of what I take in goes to that Extra Life page, and the other half goes back into the stream to make it even better, so we can do awesome stuff like these D&D streams and have better equipment and all of that. Hopefully, the production value seems real good on this. I'm very proud of what we've done with this.
Camera, one mic.
One
Let's
camera,
fucking
one mic.
do it.
So yes, big things coming up in November. I have a 24-hour marathon coming up. I'm hyping it up now because it's going to be fucking awesome, and I'm going to be so fucking tired. But it'll be a good time, and yeah. So thanks so much for hanging out. Anything else anybody wants to add?
Come hang out.
It was only a little bit of poop.
It was
only
a
a little
lot.
bit.
It was like a
increases
full-on
every
chart.
time we describe
It was
It was a full-on chart. Like it came out his pant leg.
It was only a little bit. Yeah, 4 little nugs can come out of the pant leg too.
He just kind of wiggled his
little
leg
boots.
around and it just fell out.
And with that, have a wonderful night, guys. We'll be talking about today's session and recap and all of that in the Discord. I'm actually going to go make a channel for it right now because I forgot to do that.
Oh, shite.
Right? Because we want to keep spoilers out of general chat.
Do we?
Yes.
Do we?
Have a good night, guys. Hopefully we will see you next Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We met the people.
I like the heart.
This is what I do. This is my brand.
My brand!
My specialize!
Bye!